How's everybody doing? How's everyone holding up with this Mercury retrograde? Let's see here. So, just gonna look at the comments. Aw, thank you. Aw, unconditional divine love for you too. I am an angel. Hill Dog, thank you so much for the kind words. My mom is actually at her appointment right now. It's her second follow-up where she is hopefully getting a hard cast today. Hopefully she gets the green light for that. So, but she's doing good. The healing is going good. And I've been between me and my dad, because he works, full time. So I've been having to go back and forth and be there, and but I'm getting more used to it now. It really is, kind of like, taking care of like a baby or something. Not like she's a baby, but it's just a constant, because she can't do anything. She's stuck in bed, so. It's like if she needs her coffee reheated, or, she needs whatever it is, right? So, but I don't mind doing it. That's what we are here for. Okay, so I'm taking off my glasses, my handy dandy glasses. And hi, Jason. Love and light and fire. I like that. Love, light, and fire. And hello, my beloved Emily. Hello. Okay, so we just had Easter weekend, and, if you really dive deep into stuff when it comes to Jesus and Mary Magdalene, a lot of this stuff is really off, as far as like what, the Bible portrays versus what the absolute divine truth is. And I'm not going to like get into that, and I'm not saying like, oh, the Bible's just so wrong or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's just that there's a lot of deceptive stuff. It's very misleading in a lot of ways, okay? But anyways, this weekend, like, just, I don't know, just, there's been so many, Jesus has been showing up so much, like crazy, and Mary Magdalene as well. And if you guys follow me over on Instagram, oh wait, no, I posted it here on the community page last night too, because I have no idea, like, usually I get, like, messages, downloads, guidance from, from ascended masters or archangels. Like, they'll usually guide me on like what is, what we're going to talk about or what needs to come through. But right now I don't have anything. Sorry, guys. I don't have anything. All I know is that they keep showing up, and they're very present in my own life and they're very heavy guides to me, along with other energies that I work with and that are coming through. But they came very strong this weekend, maybe because of Easter, right? All the resurrection, he has risen, all these things, right? So last night I shared a passage from the Mary Magdalene manuscript, which is a channeled message, a channeled book, because, there's many light workers out there who connect to these energies, and they also channel messages from ascended masters. It's not just like, oh, Erica channels messages from ascended masters, she's so, no, hell no. A lot of people connect with them. A lot of people get channeled messages from them, whether it's for their personal journey or for the collective journey, right? But what was I saying about that? Now I forget what I was saying. Anyways, they are coming through for a lot of people right now too. So Emily, I saw your comment that they're coming through for you too. Hi everybody. Hello, my loves. I'm missing all the comments. Hello, Ramazan. I hope I'm saying that right. And hello, Paul. Hello, Ashley. Hello, my love. Hello, Dawn. Hello. Oh, I already said hi to Jason. And Amy, yes. And then hi, Jess. Hello. So we're gonna just see what comes through. They are, very strongly around us because they're a very powerful form of divine masculine, divine feminine, right? So I think that they are just helping us as spiritual friends and guides to stay balanced or to create balance within our own inner masculine, feminine. You know, helping us to surrender and trust and release. Okay, so now I'm channeling. The heaviness, the grief, the despair, the burdensome stuff, right, that so many have been feeling. And right now we're just like going through a very intense quantum leap and transition in our world and in our personal lives, but we're all connected, so it's as a whole. So I just feel like they're really here, just being our support system, really helping us stand more in our truth and to really stay aligned to that truth. You know, so anyways, so let's get into the message. Now, actually, oh crap, I didn't mark the page. Okay, so, you know, if you guys are new here, welcome in, loves. Okay, let me just do my little intro, blah, blah, real quick, okay? I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and an oracular priestess. You know, I used to always say, like, you know, psychic medium, oracle, and prophetess, which, yeah, that's true, right? But I was just recently like, you know, it just was like, you're an oracular priestess. That's who you are. So that's what you need to say, kind of a thing, you know. Just to introduce myself, you know, some people may look at that like, you know, oh, she's just trying to like say, you know, flaunt her gifts. No, it's nothing like that. What it is people who are very new on these journeys. Like I attract a lot of people who are very evolved souls, and you might be like years into your spiritual awakening. But there's also a lot of very evolved old souls who are just newly awakening. So when they are guided to a channel or to, right, a reader or whatever it is, right, I personally think it's important to share a little bit, just really quickly introduce yourself. This is who I am. This is what I do. If it connects with your intuition, then please be here with us and follow along. But if not, that's okay too, right? So anyways, if you are new here, that's me. You guys, we're gonna have the 3-year anniversary for this channel in May. Like, I'm just like, what the hell? The end of, like, I think it was like June, I think it was like May 30th. Okay, or maybe it was like I don't know, I don't remember the exact date. I could be wrong, but it was like right towards the end of May when I started the channel or transformed my, you know, personal YouTube, whatever, you know, into Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. We'll say that. So hello, my loves. Hello. I want to make sure I'm not missing it. Thanks, Ashley. This isn't actually a very old top, but I just recently got, my dad brought me he's been like doing a lot of decluttering from the house and the garage and stuff at my parents' house. So I had a suitcase there that I completely forgot about, like at some point when I lived there or whatever. But I had a suitcase full of clothes and then like a pair of like really expensive black leather boots that I totally forgot I even owned. So I just got that back recently. And this was in there along with some other things. But thank you. So hello, Chamber of Secrets Tarot. Hello, Jessie. Hello, Just Ashlyn. Hello, beautiful SJ. Hello, MD Sean. Hello, Rule Breaker. And hello, I see you are good, and Vicky. Hello. Hello, Amy. Welcome in, loves. So, thank you guys, by the way, like, you know, as you can see, like for the longest time here on the channel, and those of you guys who have been with me from like day one or pretty much around day one, Ashley, I know you're one of those where you started following along, I think just a couple months or something after I started the channel. But, you know, I, just like everyone else, am ascending and connecting to much higher energies and dimensions and deities and all this stuff, right? So I've always channeled kind of like a hodgepodge type energy here on the channel, where it's predominantly like twin flame or past life soulmate messages, zodiacs, and then I do channeling in between when I get called, you know, by someone like Mary Magdalene or Isis or whoever, right? So there's a lot of that here on the channel, but as you guys can see, probably through the messages that are now being posted by me, the videos that are coming through and stuff, the energy is shifting. The energy of the channel, okay, and the consciousness of the channel and myself and you is all rising up, okay? So it's shifting where we're getting more of like the one I did last night where I was like just ready. My day was done. I was like, you know, I've been off. We had Easter weekend, you know, and I was just wanting to get like a little bit of like, you know, a video out or whatever yesterday during the day when I was still at my parents' house. And that was, I forget, whatever, divine masculine, divine feminine. And then last night I got the one about, you know, walking through the hellfire and how so many of us, and everyone's stories are different, and there's never you know, you can never compare apples to oranges because we all have our divine mission, our divine journey, and divine path, right? You know, so anyways, oh, fuck, I'm like wanting to say like 3 things at once here. Okay, going back to that just real quick, a little note, because it's coming through and I'm being guided to like just pin on it real fast. Our divine paths and our divine journeys, okay? Please don't let anyone ever, first of all, and I know you guys won't, but we all fall, you know, we all fall out of alignment sometimes, right? Where we catch ourselves doing these things. But don't ever compare your journey to another person's journey. And don't ever allow anyone else to compare their journey to yours or try to discount what you've been through because they think they've been through more and this and that. Because they have no idea, right? And for the most part, like, we've had past lives, but until you really start like remembering or connecting, right? It's a subconscious thing, like, or it's, you know, like you don't remember your past lives and your past selves. So there could be many lifetimes where you have had the worst of the worst of the worst happen to you in lifetimes, okay? So that could be your karma here in this lifetime, right? Where you are healing that stuff, and maybe something happens to you in this lifetime that maybe isn't as detrimental or crazy as the past life, but it triggers the same emotions and feeling and pain and all the things from all the past lives, okay? So basically, long story short is, you know, you're clearing a lot here, and I just want to say that, like, don't, you know, think like, oh, you know, this person's been through more than me, so, you know, I don't know, because I'm just kind of just working with clients and stuff, like that's kind of coming up and coming through, and I'm sure it has something to do with Mercury retrograde and the pre-shadow and all that, where, you know, people are kind of getting like a little, I don't know, it's like competitive in like the spiritual journey, and you know, people are like, how do I deal with that? Like, how do I, like, what would you do, Erica? Like, what do, you know? So I just wanted to just touch on that real quick. And now I can't remember what I wanted to touch on before. Basically, we all have our own unique divine journey, and it's all for a reason. And, you know, if you're an old soul, then you've been through some shit. Okay. So anyways, and I think, right, I'm channeling, I'm sharing, I'm talking, but this all has to do with the message today of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. And I'll probably just go another like 15 minutes, and then we'll dive into the past life messages. And I want to just share real quick about the past life messages today. Typically what I do, because if, you know, you're just new to the channel or whatever, I am a psychic, a medium, blah, 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 but I am an Akashic past life reader. That's just another one of my gifts that came through about, I don't know, a year and a half ago, where I was called to just tap in and connect to the Akash, and it just was very easy for me to do when connecting to other people's Akash. My own Akash, that's a little different. So I do these every once in a while, these little mini past life connection readings, you know, where I tap in and I talk for a few minutes about what's coming through, what I'm seeing, things like that of you in your past lives. Today, what I'm being guided to do, it's still past life energy, but instead of like connecting and seeing like what I usually see for you guys, like, oh, I see you as a Native American and da-da-da-da, and you're doing this, and right, okay, like, I'm going to tap into your past selves, your past lives, but I want to tap into who, like, not who you've been, but your gifts, your soul calling, your, you know, what have you done in these past lives? Who have you been as far as that goes? So connecting to that just a little bit, and then saying like, you know, okay, so this is a part of what you are being called to do or will be called to do. This is a part of who you are and what you're meant to bring in this lifetime. Okay. So yeah. So anyways, so just, yeah, because I can feel that, and it's just coming through so strongly. Like, so many people are ready to level up and step into their spiritual calling, their spiritual, you know, work, whatever that is. but they don't know, you know, it's like, where do I begin? What do I do? How do I know? You know, that kind of a thing. So, and I resonate with that because I remember feeling the same way, like for a long while, before I got the, you know, the seed burst for, you know, tarot and starting a channel and things like that. So hi, my loves. Welcome in. Hi, Shannon. I saw your video yesterday and really resonated online for me. Much good. I'm so glad. I'm glad that you were able to catch a live too. Yeah, that video touched home for a lot of people. Like, not just in the comment section, but like reaching out like through email and stuff like that. And it came through very strongly. That's why I was like recording. It was actually later when I got done recording last night than I thought. It was like 8 o'clock almost or something like that. But it was very powerful for me too. And yes, this is a time where the new is arriving because we are all stepping into new selves and timelines and vibrations. So our reality has no choice but to reflect that back to us, right? I'm stoked for it, you guys, because I have felt like the last, I'm gonna say probably since like mid-October, like November and December is like, for me, like when I really started going through another like pretty intense like dark night of the soul. And then, but January and February, like especially getting sick and like all the stuff that like happened, like it was really hard for me. And to still like, you know, carry the weight of the channel and like keep videos flowing and connecting with clients and like all of that, like, you know, it's, you know, so if you resonate with that, where you've been going through this kind of stuff, or maybe you felt this way and you still had to show up for work every day, you still had to deal with, you know, the outside world and craziness and people, and, you know, like really give yourself credit, because it's, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy, you know. I'm blessed that I get to come here and talk about it and share about it and connect with you guys about it. You know, I do feel very grateful for that. But I can, you know, I also very much can empathize with a lot of you guys too in that regard. My mama is doing good. Thank you for asking, you guys. She's actually at her second follow-up post-surgery or post-op or whatever appointment right now, and she hopefully will get the green light to get a hard cast. And then her hard cast kind of gives her more, it's kind of like a green light, like leeway, where she can start using like the little knee scooter or doing her crutches, stuff like that. So here's hoping. But thank you, my loves, for asking. Hello, not a current sub, but felt drawn here today. Oh my God, well, hello, welcome, Andrea Likes Music. Hello, beautiful soul. Another channel I follow mentioned you and the Magdalene energies. Really? Okay, what channel? What channel? Ooh, I'm so happy to hear that. Hello, Osiris. Hello, welcome. Okay, Sunwana, I'll add you right now, my love. I just saw your payment come through. Okay, so I have a few spots left on the list. When I do these past life messages, just connecting to the past life energy, I don't know how it all works, you guys, but it's extra draining for me. So I usually, like my regular, like 20, like that's why it's $33 instead of the 25, because it zaps me. It really does. But it's, you know, a part of why I'm here and an honor to do them. But anyways, I keep losing my train of thought. This Mercury retrograde is like really screwing with me in that way. Hi guys, welcome in. Welcome in. Ooh, Oracle of Starlight. I haven't seen that channel. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out. I love it. Oracle of Starlight. All right. I'm meant to go see something over there, because it's like that, right? This is how all that stuff works. Like you're mentioning this, and now I'm like, ooh, who is it? And I've never heard of him, so there's something there for me too, because we all learn from each other. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Andrea. Hello, I already said hello from Long Beach. Drawn to you after on the eclipse. You're so revitalizing. Aw, thanks. Thank you, Hill Dog, for saying so. Oh, also Twinstrology YouTube channel. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that either. It's funny too, because one of my Alex, who he's a regular here, I hope maybe he'll come in today. But he's one of my clients and he's a regular subscriber, etc. Right. So, anyways, he said last time I went live, he said that he had watched, or he had come across several different channels where the reader, like, he said indirectly was referencing you and your channel or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that makes me very happy. It warms my heart, because I learn a lot from other readers too, as we all do, right? So I love it. Awesome community for sure. So let's get into the message here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing. Best regards from Mosquito Islands. Hello, hello. Noelle Kate, you should look her up. She's amazing. Okay, let me write her down too. I'm like I haven't heard of any of these. Actually, Twinstrology, I don't think I've ever gone on the channel, but I think I've seen it like somewhere. It sounds familiar. Noelle Kate. Noelle Kate. All right, thanks guys. Cool. Okay. So with that being said, without further ado, oh, that's what I wanted to share with you guys is the passage or the page from the Magdalene manuscript that I opened up to last night. But I didn't mark the page. Wait, maybe I did. No, I did not. Hold on, guys. Let me look for this. Okay. Oh, I found it. All right. It's on page 46 and 47. I didn't even realize that last night either. That's 10 and 11. It's like all ones. Okay. So this is the book. And like, no, I'm not like anything I talk about, I'm not sponsored by that, nothing like that. It's just, this is the role I play, right? Like I come across information and I share it with the collective so that they can share with the collective, and then they can share with the collective, and then, right? So on and so forth, the ripple effect. The Magdalene manuscript is a channeled, okay, so it's like Tom Kenyon and his wife, Judy Sion, they like basically co-created this together, but they're also both very powerful open channels, okay, that connect to Mary Magdalene and et cetera, right? So it was so she channeled this to him directly. This is her words directly that I'm going to read to you right now, okay? So I highly suggest okay, this is a kind of like a higher, like you have to be at like a higher frequency to tune in to what this book is saying, okay? And anyone could pick it up and read it, and maybe it'll help activate you and open you up more, okay? So there's that. But when you reach a certain like level, right? Like you're called to certain things that you're ready to digest and to, absorb and learn from. And this was one of those things for me. I think I got it like a year ago. So if you feel called to it, I highly suggest getting it. I just ordered mine on Amazon. The Alchemies of Horus and the Sex Magic of Isis. Okay, so this is passage 19. This is her testimony of what happened with her and Jesus at that time, before the crucifixion and leading up to it. Last night, like I said, I don't have a message for you guys today. I'm just kind of going with it and just whatever comes through. Last night though, like just random, like actually it was after I did the Walking Through Hellfire reading. I was called to go pick this book up and just open it, okay? And whatever I opened it to would be, what I needed to receive and share or whatever at this time, okay? So this is that, okay? And it's very powerful because this particular passage is literally talking of the crucifixion and her viewpoint, okay, being there. of it all. So, you know, for me, I feel it very strongly, and it made me very emotional, and I could just feel her like despair and her hurt and her grief. But the earth angel in her, she had to stand strong and true in her conviction of her mission, even witnessing her beloved twin flame being brutally tortured and all the things, and then crucified to descend earth without her. Like, it makes me want to cry right now. Like, it's just, you know, like right to the heart. Okay, so she says, I stand in nearly 2,000 years after Yeshua's crucifixion, and still I shake at it. And still I shake at the thought of that. It was very strange to be both the initiate and the woman. As the initiate, I stood by Yeshua through the crucifixion, holding my ka in fervent prayer. Her ka body, that's our celestial body, okay? And what she's talking about is high alchemical, sex magic, and things that basically she was holding space in her with her ka body, which, I mean, that's very high level stuff to tap into that and actually be able to be highly intentional with it, is what I want to say. So she had to hold space and with her ka body, because his ka body is connected to her ka body, okay, so that he could fully ascend his life, his earthly lifetimes or lifetime. Like, can you imagine? Okay, so that's what she's talking about right now. So as the initiate, I stood by Yeshua through the crucifixion, holding my ka in fervent prayer, which is another way of saying I held steadfast in my intention to be there for him as he passed into death. This was an initiatory action on my part that required detachment. As a trained initiate, such a task was easy. But as the woman in love with Yeshua, the man, my heart was ripped apart. Oh my God, like I want to cry. And so I stood at Golgotha, wavering in my strength as an initiate and my grief as the woman in love whose beloved was suffering. In that moment, I did not care for the initiation. I did not care that Yeshua was laying a trail of light through the death realms for all those who would follow him. I even yelled at Isis. How dare you, I said. In the greatest moment of my torment, Mary reached out to me, Mother Mary. In the greatest moment of my torment, Mary reached out and touched my hand. I had been alone in my grief, and I had not noticed hers. Our eyes met, filled with tears, and we sobbed in each other's arms, she for her son, and I for my beloved. The Gospels report that an earthquake struck right after Yeshua's passing, and I say to you that this is true. It was as if all of nature went into travail and the earth shook with anger and rage, that such a master, such a being could suffer at the hands of his fellow men. But such is the paradox of life upon earth. A great storm came across the city as well, winds like I had not seen, the sky filled with dark clouds and bolts of lightning, the sound of thunder shaking everything. This horrific display lasted, it seemed, forever, but I suspect it was only for an hour or so. At the tomb, Mary and I washed his body in accordance with Jewish ritual and tradition, wrapped him, and left the tomb. We did this in silence, the only sound, the sound of our muffled tears. I thought it odd that he had been able to raise Lazarus from the dead, but had not been able to help himself. Okay, so that's where it ends on this page. I could keep going, but I'm just gonna leave it here. You guys, I mean, like, isn't that so powerful? From her. Yeah, love here. This is the book right here. It's the Magdalene manuscript, and it's the Alchemies of Horus and the Sex Magic of Isis by Tom Kenyon and oh my God, what's her name? Judy. I wanted to say Jody. Judy Sion. So, you know, I think it was like $15 on Amazon or something, but my gosh. Okay, so I am going to mark the page. I love that the page numbers is like 111. We're already at 29 minutes in. So let me get some messages. Actually, let me just get some cards really quickly, and then I needed to, okay, so that's why I didn't receive a message to share today that was specific, like a download like I usually get. because she just wanted, like, I was just supposed to share that with you guys. Like, you know, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe, like, I open up the book. It's like when we split the deck in tarot and it's like some crazy card that goes right. It was just like that. I was like, wow. Okay. So I want to, oh my God. Okay. Mary Magdalene and Jesus are both in this Divine Masters Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. So I had it in one of my tarot boxes, and, you know, obviously tapping into this today, I was called to grab this and pull them out of the deck and then just read what both their messages say to you guys. Okay. Cause I mean, I know I've read their things in the book before, but I don't remember. But anyways, lo and behold, okay, right on top, there he is. There he is. Acts of service. And I think this is right. What did I say about the past life messages today that I'm going to do for you guys? Like, that I feel called to not really tap in necessarily to scenarios or things, places that you've been or who you've been. It's more about your soul and like your soul gifts and kind of like what you're here to do and what you've done before. And that's your acts of service. Okay, so let's find your twin flame, Yeshua. Let's find her. Let's see. I was like, if she's right after him, I'm going to like, oh my gosh. I could do this an easier way, right? And if there's anyone else that calls out to me while I'm like flipping through, I will pull them and read them too. Green Tara. Michael and Faith. This is Archangel Michael, okay, and his twin flame, Faith, but look what it is. It's your spiritual calling. Divine protection, breakthrough moments. Okay. Where are you, Mary Magdalene? Oh, she's with Isis. She's with Isis. Okay. All right. So maybe I'll quickly kind of go through maybe Isis as well. I don't know. Maybe I'll read all of them. Maybe I'll just do all of it. Okay. So before I read, let's see here. I just want to get a little bit of tarot and just channel that out for you guys. So, you know, we are here to obviously reconnect to like our soul calling and all that, but like what I'm getting here with Isis and Mary Mag, like all of them, like it's like they're here saying, you know, you are the ascended masters here on earth at this time. And like, you know, like the passage I just wrote, the message from her, or that I just read, you know, she says her Ka body, and she talks, and this whole thing has stuff about Tantra and working with your Kundalini and your breath and channeling the energy from your root chakra and spinning up, right, and bringing it up to the, right, and then, okay, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, like, you know, it's not, that's why, like, you know, when it comes to like sex, it's become such, it's like blasphemous what we witness nowadays and how people treat it, you know. I've been there too, but I know better now and I understand how all of it works, you know, but it's like really powerful stuff, really powerful work. So that's what it's like. They're calling us and they're letting us know, like, you're gonna start remembering, or you're gonna start being guided and called to certain books or information, or you'll just be called, like one day you're just whatever, you know, eating a sandwich at lunchtime, and all of a sudden you're just like, you know what, I for some reason I want to Google Horus, for some reason I want to Google, you know, Mother Mary, and read about these energies and these people and these deities, whatever. Okay, it comes through in those ways. So, you know, don't whatever's coming through for you right now and in the, you know, in the future, of course, like, listen to it, you know, even if it seems a little wacky, you know. Look it up. Look it up, Buttercup. All right. Yeah, I think it's almost time for a new Light Seers deck. This one's just getting hard to... 2 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. So I'm hearing the ancestral seeds that have been planted. Okay, seeds of wisdom, seeds of gifts, and very, you know, sacred, profound knowledges, you know. About your past lives, 6 of Cups, and who you've been. Okay, I'm also getting a lot of stuff about the mystery schools. Okay, the mystery schools of Isis. There's many, many different mystery schools. All right, there's like, you know, for a lot of you guys, if that part resonates with you, you know, like past lives in ancient Egypt or, you know, Asia, you know, like India, Middle East, Africa. I mean, all over, honestly, like everywhere you go. But this is just kind of like some of the stronger regions that are coming through right now. Like you were more than likely a highly evolved initiate of mystery schools. Okay, you could have been a teacher at mystery schools, right? You could have been initiating the initiates, right? So yeah, Bastet, Horus, Sekhmet. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so sorry, my loves. I'm missing all of the comments. Emily, wow. Yeah, it is. It's wow, you know. Like, I really was, I was so emotional last night. Like, just, oh, I mean, I can't, like, oh my gosh, you know. Okay, so this is about your soul work. All right, so again, we're just getting more confirmation. All right, so I won't spend too much time. We have the Emperor showing up here. It's about becoming more spiritually organized, I feel, is another message that is a part of this that they're bringing through. Like, the Emperor is someone who, yeah, they take action, they take leaps of faith, they follow pursuit of their passions, they go after what they want. You know, we are in Aries season, lots of fiery element here. It's about allowing yourself to fall into the activations, the upgrades, just fully surrender. I'm also getting that, like, you know, okay, so how I said, like, you know, Jesus and Mary, like Jesus has been showing up nonstop. Okay, so I work with, or I've connect with a dear high priestess, very powerful, beautiful high priestess from Ireland, who I met, what, like 2 years ago, and she is in beloved twin flame union with her twin flame. And yesterday morning, I hadn't talked to her in a very long time, and yesterday morning me and my mom were talking about her, and then right after we were talking about her, I went over onto my Facebook page where I follow her page, and boom, right at the top of my news feed, just right in front of me, there she was. She had like posted something, and guess who the post was? A big picture of Yeshua. And she channeled out like a whole beautiful message or whatever. So I was like, oh my gosh, like another, you know. Then this morning I wake up and she messaged me on Facebook, random. She has no idea that like this was happening. But we're on the same wave. Like, this is how this works, right? And she messaged me to connect again, to, you know, for session and stuff. So it was just like boom, 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 boom. But it was like, oh my God. And I was like, I have to share with you, like, what happened yesterday morning. I was talking about you, and then I saw the Yeshua, and here you are in my inbox this morning. Like, mind blown, right? Okay. Why was I sharing that, though? There was a significant reason that I was saying that. Oh, that connects to what I was saying about, there's 111 people in the chat. That connects to what I was saying about, you know, what's coming through for you. Like, listen to it, right? Listen to it. If your intuition like dings on something, right? It just kind of gives you that nudge, that feeling, that, right? Like, lean into it. Follow it. You know, the universe is always like dropping us the trail of breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? Okay, like the breadcrumbs, it's like the, you know, follow my trail. Okay, like I'm leaving you clues and hints and all the things. Okay, so this is a really powerful time and a powerful shift. Okay, your old version, your old self is gone. It's gone. And if you try to cling to it, there's going to be resistance within your life. You'll feel it. It'll reflect in that regard, or in that way. Okay, so it really is about like surrendering. Really, I know it sounds like, we probably all sound like broken records. You're probably sick and tired of hearing that from spiritual channels or, you know, teachers, whatever, readers. Like, you know, be in the flow. Just really be in a state where you try to keep your vibe high. You really just think of like happy thoughts, right? Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts, like in Peter Pan. The Lost Boys. Speaking of the Lost Boys and Peter Pan, the divine masculine energies, just real quick. Okay, the DM. All right, talking about like DM, like twin flame or very strong, you know, past life soulmates or whatever. Okay, they have tried to. They've been running and they've been like embodied, like wanting to. It's like they're like a lost boy. Okay, and the Peter Pan thing is like, I never want to grow up. I don't want to like become an adult. I just want to do what I want and eat what I want. And I just want to be free to just do what I want, you know? And that's what they've been doing. They've been, you know, acting like Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, right? Okay. But it's coming to the place now where, you know, they're ready to initiate, they're ready to grow up, they're ready to surrender. Okay, but I know this isn't like about that, but it kind of is, because we have, you know, Jesus and Mary Magdalene here together, Michael and Faith. Okay, but this is mostly about for you, right? It's about really taking the initiative to, I don't know why I'm getting spiritually organized, but it's just like taking action on a spiritual level with your spiritual, you know, gifts, work. If you feel like your gifts are coming through stronger, like your, you know, psychic gifts or your clairs, things like you're just picking up on stuff, right? Then work with them, exercise them. They're like a muscle. Okay. And I thank you guys for being patient. Like, it's just been like so crazy since my mom's surgery and going back and forth and stuff. But, I know I said like last week, I was like, oh, I'll post about like opening my tarot lessons again and stuff. That is on the table. That is still there. I just haven't done it. Okay. I just haven't done it. So, I have like a little list of things that I'm wanting to get like done. And, you know, it's a part of the retrograde. Spring cleaning comes in many forms, right? That's one way. Getting organized, right? Making lists, getting organized, you know, creating your goals, writing them down, you know, affirmations, releasing things. Okay, all the things, right? Because the solar eclipse that's coming up is in Aries, actually, and it represents and brings forth the energy of new beginnings. Like, it's a very auspicious energy for an eclipse in that regard, where the one we just had, the full moon lunar eclipse that we just had, it really rocked people's worlds, didn't it? Mixed with the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, people have been feeling effed up, you guys. They've been like, what happened? It's because of that. There's a lot of deep clearing happening, which is why these kinds of messages are now coming forth, because it's like you're stepping to the next level. You're going through more like, it's like you've been through like the initiations of faith and healing and lots of stuff. And you will continue, where we're still always growing and healing and all the things. But you're now at the level where you're going to start receiving the insights and ideas, and your imagination's expanding. Like, you're connecting to your expansive infinite self more and more and more and more, right? So that's going to be the predominant energy is what I want to say, or whatever, in your life and what you're going to be living. Okay. All right. So, okay. Okay. So Emperor, yeah, just time to make moves and trust in your intuition and the new journey. Okay. Don't be afraid to press start is what I'm getting. I don't know why. Don't be afraid to press start. Okay. So yeah. All right. We're already 45 minutes in. I always do that. Whatever. Okay. Oh, I'll just want to go for another 15 more minutes and then an hour later. All right. So let's go ahead and there's Mary Magdalene. So, and she's on page 91. So we have another 10, 1. So it's more confirmation, just like in her book that I just read, same thing. It was 10 and 11, the pages that they broke down. There's a lot of ones. All right. You're number 1. If you're not first, you're last. If you guys ever seen that movie, Talladega Nights? Ricky Bobby. Okay. So Mary Magdalene, her message here is about the sacred vessel. You are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. Mary Magdalene, or Mary of Magdala, was one of the original followers of Jesus Christ. It has been recorded that she had the first vision of the risen Christ when she went to his tomb on Easter morning, and it was through this vision that he revealed to her his sacred teachings and initiated her as a teacher. She was the apostle of the apostles. So she was the apostle of the apostles, okay? And it's therefore through her that a pivotal aspect of the original teachings of Christ has reached the world. Mary was a highly sensitive clairvoyant, and it has been speculated, and she's an oracular priestess. They all were. It has been speculated that she was the partner and wife and divine consort of Jesus. If Jesus was the vehicle for Christ's energy, Mary was the vehicle for the Magdalene, a powerful feminine force that renders all beings equal and helps the world see that the voices of the feminine are not only important, but the sacred force that can save the world from ruin. Does that resonate, that last part of why we're here? To save the world from ruin. Your message today with this card: you are the answer that you seek. You hold the treasure, the magic, and the mystery. Right now, you are being encouraged to recognize that you are a valuable part of the universe's plan. If you have a strong desire to share what you have learned, it's time to do so. This can be scary and sometimes overwhelming because putting yourself out there can leave you open to scrutiny. But if you are comfortable with your gifts and your teachings, you hold a sacred energy that allows others to see you clearly. The light of the Magdalene is surrounding you now and encouraging you to recognize that the healing you have experienced is actually what you are here to teach. Helping you recognize that the healing that you've experienced is actually what you're here to teach. Take some time to reflect on what you have overcome and see that this experience can help many. Your personal testimony can move others and even mountains. Lean on your Creator and know that you are being called to be a vessel for the sacred. Wow. Okay, that's was totally in line with the past life messages of your calling, right? So I'm gonna try to connect with it as best I can, you guys, right? And then keep in mind that things can come through and I could say things and you might even think to yourself yeah, it could resonate for sure, but you might think to yourself what? I don't imagine myself doing that or being that. If you had told me 4 years ago that I would be here right now doing this, I would have thought you were insane. No way. There's no, that was something that was so off my radar, until one day it just wasn't, right? Okay, so let's read Yeshua. Oh, that's another goddess energy that's coming through a lot right now, especially since for me, the spring equinox hit. But it's goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi. I love her. So you guys may want to connect with her or look her up too and just learn about her or whatever. Maybe she's been showing up for you too. Okay, so Jesus is coming through saying, when you serve, the universe serves you. The more love you put out, the more love you get back. If you want more love in your life, be more loving. right? If you want to call forth abundance, step into the energy of abundance, right? That kind of thing. Okay, so let's read Jesus real quick. Okay, so he's on page 70 and 71. So we have 7 and 8. Jesus of Nazareth is a bringer of truth and light. He is a guiding presence for the entire universe and a living, dying spiritual demonstration that forgiveness is possible and that a life of service will ultimately bring sustenance. When Jesus walked the earth, he was persecuted for his beliefs and bravery, yet he still loved everyone, for he saw the world through the eyes of the divine. Jesus is everywhere at once. He is with you right now. Like the angels, he awaits your call, and with the help of the angels, he can restore you to your natural light-filled self. When you call on him, he will bring light to your mind. His presence removes the blindfolds that prevent you from seeing all of the blockages that stand between you and your growth. Jesus may be a spiritual teacher, but he loves to be seen as a friend and as a brother. He comes to us as an equal and doesn't want us to idolize him, but to see that what he has, we have too. They all are like that. None of them come from a place of dualistic thinking. They come from a place of unity consciousness. You know what I mean? They don't act superior. They're not superior. They are one with us. We are the ascended masters on earth. And so he's here to remind you of that. So if you look at them and you think, oh my gosh, like these powerful like masters and like, oh my gosh, he's telling you, you are just a reflection of me. You house and embody the same power and light and shadow and darkness. Okay, like you have the ability to do all the things that this book talks about and other, teachings talk about, etc. When this card appears, you are being invited to tune into the energy of service. Service is showing up with a generous heart and sharing your gifts in a way that can help the expansion of the world. It's important not to confuse the energy of service with charity, for these are two different energies, and when you serve, it is okay for your gifts, talents, and service to be honored in an energetic exchange. Meaning, it's okay, like, there's, like, people out in the spiritual communities who are like, oh, I'm, a guru, I'm a light worker, whatever. And they may say things like, oh, you shouldn't charge for your spiritual gifts. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And last time I checked, even though we are here breaking things down and transmuting and raising the vibration, we still live in a matrix world. Right? Okay, that's what he's saying. He's saying, that's okay. That's okay. You live in a different time and era than you did in this past life with me or at this time in the world. Right? Okay. Because there tends to be a lot of light workers and people I've talked to and work with that they actually feel shame about that. And I've been guilty of that too, where I feel like that, but then again, it's like this says, so it's okay to make a living off of your spiritual gifts. Are you abusing your gifts? Are you manipulating anything? As long as it's all for the highest and greatest good of yourself and all, because you are all, have at it, okay? And if it's something that is aligned to your soul path and truth, you will be abundant in it. It might be like anything else where you have to tend to the seed and grow it to obtain the harvest. Okay, but it will grow. You just have to know, and you just have to have faith. That's what I had to do when I started the channel, And I've seen where things go for me and what happens and, stuff like that. Like I'm envisioning it, I'm seeing it. Okay, and I'm trusting in that because to this point, I've not once been disappointed by the universe. It always delivers because it is the law of attraction. Okay? So just know that. and maybe you've like been dabbling in something or wanting to start, or maybe you did start something, maybe it hasn't been growing, or maybe your clientele isn't there, or maybe it's just been kind of slow, things like that, okay? You just have to trust. Let the fog and negativity clear, okay? Transmute that and allow it to come through with positivity and all that, okay? It works. It is the law of attraction. And I know you guys know that, but sometimes it helps to have a little reminder. And it's coming through with it today, right? So, anyways, okay. So, okay. Let me see where I left off here. Today the light of heaven is encouraging you to recognize that you deserve to be honored for the talents that you share. Jesus is here to help you move beyond any old ideas. Hold on one second. Okay, all right. Okay. So let me just reread that. Today, the light of heaven is encouraging you to recognize that you deserve to be honored for the talents that you share. Jesus is here to help you move beyond any old ideas that you have to give until you are empty. Okay, so it's like you don't have to give until you're empty and depleted, right? Okay. You aren't here to live empty or half fulfilled. The divine plan is for you to enjoy fulfillment and abundance. Instead of asking the universe or God to use you ask to be guided to serve in a way that also serves you. When you are full and overflowing, you have more energy and resources to share with others, okay? I love that. Their messages go hand in hand. And they go hand in hand with everything that we, talked about today. Okay, so I'm feeling very guided to read Green Tara. Okay, Green Tara has a mantra. I don't know, I can't. There's not a way for me to, I don't think, chat here. No. Because I could type it out. But her mantra is Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. You can look it up, Green Tara mantra, just Google it, or find it here on YouTube. But when I very first, actually like about 4 or 5 months before I started my YouTube channel, she was the Ascended Master that really strongly came to me first to mentor with her. Like I connected to all of them, but not like I do now. She was the one that really started the connection with the Ascended Masters for me. And so that might be someone that you want to connect with. So let's read her. She brings the healing light. Okay. She is from Sirius Star Nation. Wellness is unfolding. Know that healing is a journey. Because what I'm like hearing right now is, why is it taking so long? Okay, like that could be some thoughts for some of you guys. Like, I feel like I've been just, doing all this work and like nothing's really happening here, In fact, maybe things have gotten worse. Okay. That's because something didn't fully heal, or you needed to be triggered again or revisit something, or okay. So if that's you, just know that it's happening for a reason. It's some kind of test. Okay, like where it's like, okay, I've been in this position before. I've been through this before. I have hit this wall in my life before. It'll show up as a pattern that does not serve you or is not for your highest and greatest good. Okay, so healing is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. And you've been on this journey, and now you're going to see the journey unfold in a way that is different, that it just shows up for you more physically. So you literally see the fruits of your labor. Remember we saw the 7 of Pentacles earlier or whatever? Fruits of your labor. I'm already witnessing it in my own personal life, the energetic shift and the new timeline energy. Like, you know, there are different ways how I'm feeling. I'm feeling more energized. I'm feeling lighter. Like, for whatever reason, for me, I don't know, the full moon lunar eclipse was in Libra, and I'm a Libra sun. But it did not make me feel all crazy. Like, it just, I don't know. It helped me. Okay, so, and it was like all the astrologers and stuff. I don't know about other Libras, but they were saying like, oh, it's going to be, you know, these are the signs they're going to feel it the most and this and that. And I'm like, not me. You know what I mean? But it probably also depends on like your, you know, how much shadow work you've done and, you know, where you're at on your healing journey. And, you know, but I have a long ways to go. Jeez Louise, man. I'm diving deeper into my dark shadow than I ever have before. So it's like the higher you go, the more you ascend, the deeper you go into your darkness, into your shadow, you know, and into your past lives and your, all the things, you know. Okay. All right. And you guys know, if you're, you know, if you're new here, like everything that I share, even something like that, or anything I say, like when I'm reading, when I'm channeling, like it's for a reason. It's a message. It's a part of the message. All right. Om tare tutare ture soha. Okay. Sometimes when I'm like out on a walk, because she is very, very connected to nature. Okay. Like very, I mean, she's green Tara. All right. Tara Earth. Okay. Like she is that embodiment. Okay. So when I'm out on my walks and stuff and I'm connecting to nature and just everything, you know, I will often just repeat that mantra over and over and over again, like while I'm walking. But that's just me. Or it invokes her spirit and energy like immediately. And for me, she brings forth just this like reassuredness, this comforting energy, this rejuvenated energy. Okay, so, but you might feel her in a completely different way, and that's okay, right? Okay. Read the damn message already, Erica. Okay, so wellness unfolding, know that the healing is a journey. The story goes that Green Tara, or Tara, whose name means star, she of 1,000 stars, that's her ascended master key code name in the Sophia code. Like that's what she's known as, she of 1,000 stars. Is an aspect of Avalokiteshvara, I can't say that, the deity of compassion, who, looking at the earth, cried tears over all those experiencing challenges and pain. Sound familiar? All of those who've been experiencing challenges and pain. Her tears of compassion became a great river from which rose a lotus, and from that lotus, Tara was born. Okay? She has many forms in different colors, and Green Tara brings a light of protection and safety with her. Green Tara is one of the most loved and respected female deities in many Buddhist traditions and is well regarded by many spiritual practitioners across the world. Born of pure compassion, she is there to assist all those moving from suffering to wholeness. All those moving from suffering to wholeness. She's there for you. The blessings of Tara are surrounding you now, and you are being guided to know that healing is not linear, but more like a spiral. When you set the intention to heal, the intention itself initiates a pathway that is similar to a spiral. At times, you will feel like you are overflowing with vitality, and at others, you will feel drained. That's how I've been feeling. But I know with the spring equinox, and I already knew that's how it would affect me in just the transits, that I would have this new spring in my step, that I would wake up and literally feel my ascension and feel so much different. And that's what's happening. Some of you guys could be feeling like that too. Okay. But it's just confirming here that, that it's very normal. Okay. Going through our earth school and our, you know, ascension and stuff, to feel one moment very, full of vitality. And then the next day feeling drained and just lethargic and down. Right. Okay. So There may even be moments when you feel you are revisiting something you thought you had overcome. Oh my God, holy shit. That's exactly what I just got done saying a moment ago. Was if things are happening, it's for your highest and greatest good, even though it might suck, okay? But it's you're repeating something that you've gone through before because you hadn't fully overcome it or healed it, cleared it, whatever. Confirmation here. See, she's got my back too. All right, I love her. I love her very much. She's actually my tree out front of my home. It's a bay leaf tree, and her name is Tara. That's what I call her, Tara, after her, Green Tara. So there may even be moments when you feel that you are revisiting something you thought you had overcome, but this revisiting is actually an opportunity to see how far you have come on the road to recovery and wholeness. Right now, the spiritual energies that surround you are creating space, pathways, and doorways for you to move closer to the truth that you are whole, healed, and complete. Don't let fears or limitations get between you and the miracles that you have experienced and the miracles that are yet to happen. This is a journey to fearlessness and liberation, and you are closer to freedom than ever before. Take the next steps, okay? So I love that. All right, so we're a little bit over an hour. Okay. Like, how powerful are these messages? Like, for me, these all three, like, this is just so confirming and so, like, holy shit. Like, I mean, the messages always, you know, confirm and are, you know, 99% of the times, you know, right along with what's being channeled or whatever. But, like, this is just so strong. So you guys are really ready to step up and lead, to take that action. You remember the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles, all that. That's this. They're just reaffirming that message. All right. Sorry, guys, my lips get dry when I'm, like, talking, channeling. Okay. I love you, Erica. I name my trees too. Yeah, hell yeah. They're all alive. They all have their own freaking energy and auric fields, and you know, they feel, and right, like, heck yeah. Across the street I have like there's like this really tall tree, and when it's in, like, right now, it's, you know, everything's getting its leaves back, and everything's filling back up and turning green, and right, like all the branches are filling up with their blossoms and blooms and leaves and all that. So the tree across the street from me, which this tripped me out, and one day, like, I've showed this to, like, people that come over, they're like, which tree is your, because I call it my Merlin. It's Merlin, right? And I'm super connected to Merlin. I did a Merlin activation workshop, in January, like, I have a huge ass Merlin tree across the street that faces my home, and literally when it's like full, you could see his wizard hat. It, like, there's this ring, and then it, like, tips like this, and you can, the way that everything is, you can see like a beard, eyes, like legit Merlin's face, beard, and like, right? It's just crazy to me. And Merlin was, I mean, not as tall as that tree, but Merlin was very tall. They about, I want to say, like 7 feet, something like that, like very tall, like a big, okay, druid. And then I have a tree over here. It's a huge old, what are they called? Mulberry tree. It's a mulberry tree, but it's a male, so it doesn't produce the fruit. So it's just like the mulberry, it's just, you know, the tree without the berries that come, you know, every year, which I love. There was a mulberry tree that was female that would, it gets berries on it every year by my parents' house, and I would always take walks and get those. But anyways, that's just I just call him old man. I just like walk by, I'm like, hello, good morning, old man. You know, you're looking good. You're getting your leaves back. You're filling up. You're, you know, putting on some weight after the long winter, you know. So, yeah, I talk to them. I love that. Green Tara. Wow. Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, her message was really good. So welcome in, my loves. Hello, everybody who's in here. Those of you guys who I have not said hi to, because I've just been talking and channeling. Thank you for being here. And if you are new and you want to return for more messages, definitely be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you. Okay, Isis, though, like, I'm not going to read her message. It's just about reclaiming your magic. Okay? And the powerful enlightenment and activations that are happening for your crown chakra and your soul star chakra. Like it's beyond, you know, your 7 main chakras. It's like your chakra system is just like lighting up. The way that I'm kind of seeing it, like a light energy force field around you, but it's like very geometrical. Okay, it's like you're standing inside of this. I saw it earlier on the bottom, like this. Okay, it's almost like you're standing in like a light cage. Okay, so I'm seeing that. I know it sounds like, you know, crazy, but no, it's like your whole, it's like every one of these points is like, right, like another like chakra system or chakra in your chakra system, okay? But yeah, let's see what's after that. The Lyrans. Inspiration, awe, and dreams. Anyways, okay, I'm getting off track. So I'm going to read Michael and Faith. I'm just going to like read, I'm not going to read the whole, like all about them and who they are and stuff. I'll read like the first part and then I'll read the message. Metatron and Sandalphon, Michael and Faith, there they are. On page 102 and 103. Okay, so Michael and Faith speak of your spiritual calling, divine protection, and a breakthrough moment. A breakthrough moment. That is what's happening now. You just feel it, right? Like something good is about to happen, or some kind of blessing's just gonna like come into my life. Like I'm gonna meet someone and it's just, that's it. You know, I feel it. You're right. You're dead on. Okay, just don't doubt that feeling. Trust it. Roll with it. Archangel Michael is one of the best known and most trusted angels across the cosmos. He is the leader of God's protective legion of angels and works tirelessly to guard all those who call on him for protection from lower vibrational forces and negativity. Archangel Faith is his twin flame. As her name suggests, this powerful feminine archangel helps us move into a deeper state of faith and trust, both in our higher power and in the goodness that runs through humanity itself. Okay. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. I literally was just saying, like, it's like this like force field of light energy around you, but it looks to me like this, but instead of pink, it's like white light. Listen to this next part here. Both of these angelic beings can create a powerful force field around you. Both of them can create a powerful force field around you. More confirmation for that. So that you can feel safe and to be yourself and maybe reveal some of the tender aspects of yourself and your spiritual talents. For the most part, Michael and Faith are with every light worker that walks the planet, and just by thinking of them, we invoke their protection. Okay, the universe needs you. Where you are now is where you are most needed. Consider yourself strategically placed. Even if where you are is less than ideal, know that there is an opportunity there to align with purpose and meaning. If you are experiencing a dark cloud of uncertainty or fear, call in Michael and Faith to light the way. If you have been asking to be shown your life purpose, oh my God. That is literally what I've been talking about with the past life messages. Your life purpose, your spiritual calling, but this is just like crazy to me that it's like, if you've been asking to be shown your life purpose, and here it is. Know that where you are right now and what you are facing will help you be of greater service. Your life is destined to be aligned to spirituality and higher purpose. And this particular challenge is actually the moment when you break through into a greater understanding of who you truly are and why you are here at this specific time. Okay? So that pretty much sums it up, right? Like all of their messages connected to what we were talking about and what we're going to be tapping into in a moment here. It just blows my mind. Oops. So, the message, like we're done, but what do I want to get real quick? You know what? We'll end the message today. You know, I always channel till I'm done, until I feel, okay, it's done. The message is through. The channeling is over. It's 222 in California. Oh my God, I just saw yours too. Lady Gee 8. 222. Yes. Okay. So let's get a spirit animal real quick. Let's see what the spirit animals, which one wants to come through and what they want to say. And then we'll get a message here from, oh my God, holy shit. My finger just, well, spirit, my finger just went, and it flew this card over here. It's the grasshopper. The grasshopper is quick, it's fast, right? I'm hearing agile, alert, sensitive. But the grasshopper spirit speaks of taking a leap of faith. Card number 30, could be your age or whatever, date, I don't know. It's just pointing out the obvious. Take a leap of faith. And you have the Fool. There's something here where it's like, just take that leap of faith into the unknown. Try something new that you've, been being called to, or that, intrigues you, or whatever it is, because it has something to do with your soul purpose, life path, etc. Okay? Whoop. Okay. And again, Jesus is just coming through and saying again, don't forget who you are, and don't forget your power. That's what his message said, or something about that. It's just coming through again to like say it again. Remind you guys one more time. The wolf spirit. So the wolf is coming through for you as well. And then the sandpiper. How cute. Look at the sandpiper bird. That's so cute. Okay. So the wolf spirit says, turn knowledge into wisdom. That's what you're doing. Take a leap of faith. Turn the things that you've been learning. Maybe you've learned a lot from watching me. Maybe you've learned a lot from watching other readers, or, who is it that Noelle Kate, or Twin Astrology, or a podcast you listen to, or whatever it is. Hey, you're going to be taking the stuff that you've gone through, your testimony, and that is literally like what you're meant to work with and share and right? So turn that knowledge into your wisdom. What is wisdom? It's like, right, where you can take something and share it with another person. And then the sandpiper spirit says, be playful. And this sandpiper must be like a little cute water bird, because he's like in water with the lily pads. But look at the pink lotus. And remember, Green Tara, okay, was born of the lotus from the stars, etc. Okay. Be playful. Have fun. Like, don't take life so seriously all the time. Like, remember to laugh. I'm seeing that, like, it's like a picture, poster, whatever, saying thing that like a lot of people like, became like a thing, right? Like picture, you'd have it like hanging on the wall in your house or something like that. But that live, laugh, love, right? Well, that's what I'm seeing right now, is like, that hanging on someone's wall. It says live, laugh, love. So remember to do all the things just like that. Okay, let's get one of these, and then the collective message is over. All right, and then we will start these messages, and I'm just going to try to channel them out as best I can. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Oh, okay, so some of you guys need to move some energy. I think we all need to move energy, because we're receiving so much energy. We're trying to clear so much energy. We need to move our body to like move the energy, right? Okay, let's see what this says. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising, and then it becomes its own reward. That card, that last card, whatever, the sandpiper bird said, be playful, and then this is like, have fun, but like be productive with it. Okay, like use it to your advantage or whatever. to raise your vibration and your energy levels. Okay. Oh, this was on the bottom of the deck. All right. I was going to start shuffling. And it was like, no, stop. Okay. So that is that. Let's see here. Let me read this one. Sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So it's about clearing your lineage of this. Okay, and this is a big one for a lot of people incarnates who are here right now. Like, you know, we've known lifetimes of great wealth probably, but we've probably had some rough ones where we knew, you know, great poverty or starvation, things of that nature. Okay, like, and that could be deeply embedded in our subconscious, right? Where, okay, like, but we're also like taking on the poverty vows of like our lineage and our ancestors too, right? So by severing these vows, these cords, these chains, whatever you want to say, it is freeing not only yourself, but all through all timelines and lifetimes or whatever. Okay. That's what it's saying. But it's such a powerful thing to do. And guess what? With great risk comes great reward. So, you know, the universe favors the brave, all that. So by you doing this, okay, and having victory here and other things, that is good karma that comes back to you. Your divine inheritance, your spiritual equity. So I claim it. I see certain numbers with my third eye. I visualize my bank account, my savings, and having certain numbers that I want to manifest, you know, in them. Or same thing with like divine partnership or anything else that I, you know, okay, so I'm really working with my own stuff and being intentional with it. This is a powerful time to do that. Okay. So, with that being said, without further ado, thank you. Let's go ahead and just clear a little bit really quickly. I'm doing that kind of fast, but. All right, and thank you to the archangels and divine masters that came through today. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Mary Magdalene. And thank you, Green Tara. Those three were very strong. Okay, so let's get into this. All right. I'm glad you guys like the message. Yep. I claim it too. I claim it too. For sure. For sure. Claimed, and so it is. Aho. All right. So today, first on the list is Marianne. Number 2 is Emily. Number 3 is Veronica. Number 4 is Jasenia. Number 5 is Alicia. 6 is CJ. And 7, this is who I have so far, and I know I've missed a couple people. 7 is Sanwana. So, oh, there's Alex. Yes, Alex. I still have, I think, you're good. You're good, Alex. Okay. I just saw your comment, Emily, about Andrea. Okay. All right, so Andrea, Venmo, and then, and if there's anyone else in here who did send through a payment so I can confirm and verify it, and if I missed you, just let me know, my loves, okay? And then I will add you. Okay, so I'll just add Alex to the list. Whoops. Okay. All right. No, Alex, you're good. You're good. It's all good. It's all good. All right. I just want to make sure I'm not like missing any other comments. Okay. So let's get into this. So I know Marianne, I think, well, usually she just watches the playbacks. So I think I might actually do a quick potty break real fast because I'm like, I can feel it's kind of starting to hit me, but I've been trying to drink, like, I've been trying to be very hydrated. And since I've been, because I was like retaining a lot of water, and I know it's because of like ascension symptoms and just blah, blah, right? But I was retaining a lot of water and like very like puffy and like, you know, but anyways, so I had to start like drinking even more water, and it's helping to like flush and stuff like that. Okay. I want to block a few people. Let me block too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. And, you know, speaking of Mercury retrograde, like, just the, like, just witnessing some energy from people over the last couple days, like through the comments on videos, or just in different ways. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, like, this one is so crazy. So if you guys witness some crazy in people, like, just be, you know, be aware, okay? All right, so hello, Tara Renee. Hello. Ooh, oh, well, I do know about coconut water, but I totally didn't think about that. Good idea. And fennel tea. Huh. Thank you. I will look into that. I've also been, like, you know, incorporating turmeric and you know, stuff like that to help too. But anyways, it's helping. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like dropping some weight, like I'm feeling more energized. And then that's like, I think, like, it's, again, it's this old version of self that fell away with whatever when we moved to this timeline. It's just like, it's a trip. How stuff just shifts and changes physically, energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It's like wild. So okay, so my beautiful Marianne, where do I want to, oh, you know what I was gonna try to use the restroom real quick, but let's see here. Oh, I know what I'm gonna use. My Atlantis Oracle. Because this Atlantis Oracle, because probably, like, I would say 8 out of 10 of you guys, like, maybe on the channel and that will come through all space and time, are more than likely souls who experienced a lifetime in Atlantis, or many, or whatever, okay? Yeah, you've been super shifting. Yeah, so you understand. I like that. Totally. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really wild to, like, you know, be like, oh my God, like, I legit am feeling and seeing the shifts within myself, like, you know, and then it's like to, like, come to more of a realization that you're like this cosmic being, this cosmic force. I don't know. For me, it's just like, it blows my mind, you know, like, it's so cool. So, anyways, yeah, super interesting. Okay, so I'll be right back, guys. I'm like, if anyone else wants to take a quick little break, grab a drink, or, you know, restroom break or whatever. And I will see you guys in a flash. Okay. All right. Emily, you're fast. You're fast, girlfriend. So is Alex, though. You guys were funny the other day, tag teaming that. I was like, that's hilarious. All right. Okay. So I'll be right back, my loves. Kind of gives me a second to just woosah for a second too. Think about, usually I'll connect and be like, oh, okay. So I'll come back and I'll know what decks I want to use. For sure this one, though. that was fast. Just gonna clear a little bit real quick. Sorry guys, I'm just like looking at all my decks and I'm like, where do I feel guided? I think I'm gonna just use this one and the Atlantis one, and then whatever comes through as far as channeling goes. All right. Love selenite. Selenite. All right. I'm gonna open the window just a tad. Sorry guys, you know my lives, it's an experience, it's not just a reading. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, so hello, Jessica. Yes, love. Yeah, if you want to get on the list, yep. I don't know if I've read for you on a live before, but it's all the information is in the description box for the live, for everything. And then just come back in and say paid. Okay. So let's get started. Marianne. Marianne always has interesting readings as it is. Like whenever I read for Marianne, I love doing her readings. Her past life readings. One of her past life readings, it was wild. It was like it took me directly into a Pleiadian starship. Like I felt like I was like in Star Wars. You know what I mean? So, hello. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. It's much appreciated. All right. That feels good. For Marianne, please. Marianne, I immediately was hearing a crystal designer. Okay, like Mother Earth designs our crystals, right? But I feel that you were someone who connected to it or connected to crystals. You may connect to crystals a lot. It feels like that's a part of your gifts. It's a part of your work here is to work with crystal technology and crystals. Crystal activations, crystal gridding, crystal divination. Like what I'm getting is like one of your gifts is, you know, being able to connect with the energy of a crystal. Okay. Connecting to the energy of a crystal, it's a form of divination. And then receiving messages, visions, insights from the crystal. Okay, like, you know, some people do like crystal readings. Something that I would, you know, would love to incorporate at some point is like crystal readings or, you know, fire, like flame, like working with candle readings, like doing that. But you're someone who's, yeah, connecting to the crystal energy big time. Here we go. Ooh, you got marriage. Okay, let's see what this is about. There you go. Okay, so what I'm getting here, because look at this, it's the marriage card, Atlantis, and we have the yin and the yang. So what I feel here is this is like a very divine partnership. There were a lot of twin flames who were incarnates in Atlantis and who are here now on Earth. So that could be for you too if it feels resonant to you. But we're talking about like your soul work, right? There is a sacred soul who is a divine partner for you. that you are meant to do your spiritual work with. Okay, that could involve like sometime down the road, like, you know, having an online store with, you know, for crystals or other things, whatever it is. But it's like you've worked with this person a lot throughout past lives, and it's someone that is meant to, you know, come into fruition in your life. Okay, I'm getting like I'm hearing 4 or 5 months. Okay, so this, it feels like they'll be showing up within like that time span, but it feels more like I'm getting July. So I don't know. Could happen anytime, but it's, you will have activations that will open you up to more of your soul gifts. Let's read what this says. Your guidance is to commit yourself to something, a project, your home, family, work, or a relationship. Commitment is a powerful contract that will focus your energy to enable your intent to flourish. If a couple wanted to marry in Golden Atlantis, a priest would examine their auras to ascertain that they were spiritually and emotionally compatible. No ring or other symbol was exchanged, for they considered that no one could own or limit another in this plane of free will. Marriage was a sacred, lifelong commitment to provide a stable environment for children. They wished to ensure that a child's upbringing was balanced by both masculine and feminine energy in its formative years. Bringing up the future generation was understood to be a great spiritual responsibility. Okay, so auras. Working with auras, seeing auras, connecting to people's auric fields. That's another one of your gifts that you've done through lifetimes. Let's see. Okay. And even look at, like, see their aura. See the auras around them, the light auras. Okay. That is something that is very strong for you. And it may not be like that's right, you know, because everything that that card said, like it's about the auric energy for me and the crystal stuff. Okay. Crystal technology. You know, what I'm kind of getting is like crystal engineering. So like in Atlantis, it would be like you were a high level like engineer or something that worked with the crystal technology that powered Atlantis. You know, it's like how solar panels work here, right? And they create energy. It's the same thing, but it's crystals. And that is something that is already being brought back on certain levels here in modern day Earth. But as we ascend more, that is something that we're all going to see. Okay. We are not meant to have electric companies and all this like stuff that, right? That's a part of the matrix. When power is free and you're someone who, that's something that you've worked with a lot. Okay. Let's see what comes out here. I'm pretty sure too, Marianne, that it's just like I'm just channeling, looking down at this. I feel like this is an actual like picture of you, like, you know what I mean, like a past life like photo shot of you and your divine masculine counterpart or divine consort, where you had one of these auric marriages, you know, where you had to have your aura connected to see if you were compatible and all these things. So I don't know if that'll resonate, but that's what I'm getting. You've worked with me enough to know, right? All right, here we go. Ooh, serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, and push through. For some reason, I'm getting a Syrian teleporter. And I honestly, like, basically, like, what that means for me is, like astral projection. Okay, so Sirius is showing, so you could connect to Syrian energy or be, you know, have spent a lifetime or many, I don't know, in the Sirius star nation. This, okay, so what I'm getting is like the crystal, like the crystal wisdom and like how you knew to work with this stuff. It's actually something that you took from like knowledge that you acquired in like lifetimes in other star systems, because their technologies are so advanced, right? So when you descended to Earth in lifetimes, you brought that knowledge and wisdom with you, and you basically like, you know, tapped in to stuff like the crystal technology, where maybe in, you know, a star system they didn't do that, they didn't have crystal technology, but they had advanced, you know, technologies of their own. So when you came here, it's like you almost like, you know, you had to work with what you had, but it was divinely guided. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so crystal grading, grid work, all that stuff. Okay, you know, a lot of people who are super connected, who might like sell crystals and things like that, they will often like let's say you buy like my mom, right, like crystal skulls. Okay, so like the people that we get our skulls from, you know, they actually connect to the soul and energy of the crystal skull, and they will channel out a name for the skull. They will connect to the healing properties and what the skull is wanting to work with, whoever it's going to, whoever purchased it. They will basically program it, or they just channel out whatever the skull is guiding them and telling them. Like, I'm going to this person because, you know, they're in need of deep heart healing. I'm going to help open and activate their, you know, spiritual knowledges and wisdoms, you know, whatever it is. Okay, so that could be another thing that you tune into. Again, it might seem like it's not on your radar, but that's how the downloads work when they activate, right? Okay, so that was from my beautiful Marianne, and next is Emily. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a shuffle. So Emily, like what's coming through for you is actually Goddess Isis is coming through. Okay, like it's like in some past lives here, you know, in ancient Egypt, you were a descendant or whatever of like the Isis, you know, temples, etc., right? The mystery schools. And you were like a high level initiate that worked with earth magic. So like, you know, anything that has to come from the earth or connect with earth. Okay, so you know, working with different herbs and plant medicine, you know, stuff like crystals, you know, things of that nature. But mostly it was like working with, it was like very shamanic in the sense where like you connected to the elements and the animals, and you know, but I mean, I don't know, it's just like what I'm seeing is like badass, you know, because that's how she's showing up. It's like kind of like, hey, like, by the way, you know, she tapped into this stuff too. Nourishment. Ooh, and then bottom of the deck you have unicorns. What is this one? Positivity. Let's see what this one says. Nourishment. Funny though, because I feel like that was a part of what you've mastered, and what is something that like you're meant to connect to or create in this lifetime too. It's very medicinal. Like there's a lot of medicine energy here. Like you knew what to, you know, but also for spell work and things like that. Okay, so you're kind of like you're like Claire from Outlander, except you connect more to that metaphysical side, not just the healer side. You know, you could create a cough syrup, or you know, ointments, or you know, whatever it is. But you also incorporated things for rituals And like when you had like, you know, when high alchemic chaos magic was being performed, you know, you set up like altar spaces and you would incorporate different herbs and plants and flowers, and everything would bring like its different energies and power to it, right? Okay, so the nourishment card is number 13. It says, in the golden age, the people grew all of their food with love. Yeah, see, it has to do with plant life and food and from the earth. See? So this is confirming that. They played soothing music to the plants and placed special crystals amongst them, with the result that their fruit and vegetables contained the maximum cosmic and nutritional energy. Wow. So this feels like dead ringer. Like for me, it's resonating. For you, it feels very strong. Okay, like you actually did this stuff. They ate simple, local, fresh produce and shared everything that they grew. All food was blessed before it was eaten. There's another thing that you've always done and that you've shown others how to do, and that's something that you could do now, or maybe you already do it, or you will share that with people about blessing your food, infusing it with good energy, you know, infusing whatever when you're cooking. Like all these things are important, and it's a part of the New Earth and New Earth School and leadership. All food was blessed before it was eaten. Furthermore, they ate slowly and appreciated every mouthful. As a result, they were radiantly healthy. Okay, so, and then there's a little guidance. Your guidance is to watch what you eat, for your physical body must be pure to enable you to carry more light for your pathway ahead. Okay, so watching what you eat, cleansing your vessel or purifying it with nourishment, okay, and earth magic and energy. Because your physical body must be pure to enable you to carry more light for your pathway ahead. Simple, fresh, locally grown produce is the most effective in enhancing your cosmic energy. Eat slowly and appreciate the taste, texture, and smell. Remember to bless all of your food and drink. Prepare your body for the work ahead. Okay, so but like earlier in the collective reading, remember, it's like what you are being called to do now and what you're personally doing for yourself and things that happen on your own journey, it's actually stuff that you're going to be doing and teaching and using for others and with others. You know what I mean? Like this could be like holistic healing, a dietitian, a nutritionalist or whatever, nutritionist. You know what I mean? But you do it like in like a, like you mix spirituality with it. So it's like, you know, if you eat this kind of food and you're on this kind of diet, right? Or whatever, not diet, but you know what I mean? Not only is it going to, you know, help with your physical body and health and all that, but these foods actually, you know, bring forth this energy and this and that. And you know what I mean? It's like a total, like a kitchen witch, but also like an apothecary type thing. Ooh, your sacral chakra. Yes, your sacral chakra is all about your passion and your, you know, creativity and you know, imagination, energy, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff connecting to this where you're going to be creating a lot. There's going to be a lot of very fruitful ideas. Okay, and I feel a lot of it's in regards to a lot of stuff. Our path is not linear, and we hold the, you know, our role that we play in this lifetime can be, we can wear many hats as far as being a guide or whatever, right? Okay, but this is something definitely big, and it's something that you've done for, you know, a long time. Also, what I'm getting here with the with the nourishment and preparing your vessel for the way ahead and the path ahead, with, and then the sacral chakra, it's a very sexual energy. And I think that this is in reference to preparation of your body for motherhood, to be a sacred vessel, you know, or just like it said, to house more light for, you know, how you'll be a mother to others, you know, as far as the collective. Four of Pentacles. You know what I'm getting off of this right here? You taught, look where she's holding her coin purse or whatever. Right at her sacral and her solar plexus chakra. This is a part of your past life gifts and something that you harness in this, right? Obviously too, in this lifetime. You are a teacher of the Kundalini, like Kundalini yoga and Tantra, like where you taught people to, you know, first of all, harness their energy from the base chakra. I was talking about that earlier, and really, you know, being able to work with it, etc. But you also are a like a guide to women for their womb healing. Okay, it's something that you've done. Profound knowledge and all that with the womb healing and clearing that and cutting old, you know, removing trauma, and you've like, that's something too that you could work with in this lifetime because something you've done before. Okay, wow. That's a really strong thing actually, because so many women and men, because, you know, there's been lifetimes where you could be a man in this lifetime, but you were a woman in, you know, lifetimes before, vice versa. So anyways, the womb healing is big, okay? And I think a lot of people are going to start connecting to that more. You're going to probably start seeing a lot more people talk about it too. Like you'll see people like, you know, do a womb clearing and womb this and womb that, because it's a big deal. And I think that's where a lot of people need to dive into some shadow work. So you are someone who helps people with that, and yourself. Okay. Past life regression work could also be something here that you are called to tap into again, because it's you connect to all that. That's how you help people. It's one of the ways you help people. All right, so just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, cool. All right, so that is what I've got for you, my love. Okay. A lot of strong healers here, for sure. A lot of powerful helpers for New Earth, for sure. Earth is, I mean, we're all lucky to have each other and all of our gifts that we all embody, whatever they are, how different they are, whatever it is. You're very welcome, my love. I'm glad that it resonates so much. Good, good. Okay. You know, and for everyone who's getting readings today, right? Like, if it resonates, like, definitely tune into it more on your own. Ask your guides and spirit to, you know, help you with that. Like, I'm ready to open up to this, you know. I'm open to receiving and activating whatever, you know, gifts I'm ready for. Like, I'm ready, you know. I said that too, you know, at some point years ago. Like, I'm ready. Like, give me more. Like, activate me. Like, I want to fly. Like, you know, I know I'm ready. So I give you permission. Okay, here we go. So next is Veronica, number 3, Veronica. Okay. And then after Veronica, number 4 is Jasenia. And then number 5 is Alicia, 6 is CJ, 7 is Sanjuana, 8 is Andrea, and 9 is Alex. And someone else paid after Alex. Someone else paid after Alex, so. Hello, Oracle of Starlight. Oh my gosh. Someone was talking about your channel earlier, so I wanted to go check it out. So thank you for coming on. Yay, how funny. I love it. I love it. Okay, so my beautiful Veronica. I don't know if Veronica's in here or not, but let's see what comes through for Veronica. what I'm being shown, like what I'm seeing, Veronica, is like in past lives, like I'm getting you're a recorder. And what that means, the way that it's coming through, is I'm seeing many like big books, like old big books, right? And like you basically you recorded like so much like really powerful, like just knowledge and wisdom, your own findings, teachings, breakthrough, like just stuff that you experience, like just working with your own energy and healing and like things like that. Okay, but you like, it was like books and books and books that like you recorded like knowledge with. Okay, so it's like you're like a history recorder of the occult and the metaphysical, like, teachings. Okay, so I was seeing it, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Okay, you could be inspired to write in this lifetime, like that could be something that connects, or you know you could be like called to do like channel writing, where sometimes people can focus and channel easier when they just channel write and they just let it flow through the crown out, right, or whatever, and just channel it all out onto paper. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through here. So Jessica, you're the one, my love. Yes, Jessica, you're the one that paid after Alex. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Oh yeah, Andrea, it was you. Yeah, it was you that suggested the Oracle of Starlight because of the Magdalene and all that. I love it. I loves it. All right, here we go. The 7 pillar. See? Oh, look at what it is. It's a book with writing, and it's a big, exactly what I was seeing. That's exactly what I was seeing. Like, these big, thick, old books with buckles and all the papyrus, right? The paper, how it used to be, and we used to have to write with feathers and ink, and right? There it is, right there. Okay, so the 7 pillars of wisdom. 7 is a very spiritual number. It's important, right? Like that's 7 days of the week, 7 notes of music, right? And 7, your 7 main chakras, etc., right? Okay, so the Temple of Poseidon was built on one of the 7 mountains that represented the 7 pillars of wisdom or spiritual laws of Atlantis. So this would be like what I was talking about and connecting to. Like you were a recorder, okay, but it was like a prestigious thing to be or do. I don't know, it's just what it's coming through. Because you were trusted to write and record the most divine truth of everything. Okay, like in Atlantis or other lifetimes. Like other people might twist the words, or they might try to, you know what I mean? Okay, but you were like very trusted in this regard. It's just, I don't know. People could very, very much, that could be a part of your soul path in this life. People feel very trusting towards you, or they just feel like, you're easy to connect with. So when it comes to your light path, your light work, like people will trust what you say, what you share. You just have that energy you always have. It's like that, okay? That's a gift. That is a gift, right? Okay. These remind us, okay, so these 7 pillars, these 7 mountains in Atlantis, they remind us that there is no separation from God, and shows us how to be masters of our destiny. They also affirm that there is a spiritual working out for all things. Okay. And then the message here says order and consequences. This card reminds you that you live in an ordered universe where there is a consequence for all of your thoughts, words, and actions. You are guided to claim the power to enhance your life by changing your beliefs, understandings, and patterns. Watch your thoughts and concentrate on wholesome ones to create the life that you want. Change your life by following the spiritual laws, okay? So for me, all I'm getting here is like just spiritual teachings, okay? And also like what I'm kind of getting is like all of like information that you had access to, or that you knew, like wisdom that you had and acquired through the ages, like this is something that it's recorded in your soul memory. So right now it's like this stuff is being activated, or will be, okay, and you'll start remembering things, and you'll know things, and you're like, I don't even know how I know that. I don't even know how I know that. Or you're called to look something up or read about something, or right, and then it triggers a past life memory, and then more stuff starts flooding through. Okay, so expect this kind of stuff to be happening or start happening if it's not already. But it's being a spiritual teacher. Okay, like I said, you could be called to write. Okay, this could be like a book or something. I'm also getting something about children's books. Okay, so maybe, I don't know. It's coming through, so I'm just sharing that. Children's books. Being a teacher and a guide to the, children, like the crystal babies that are incarnating on Earth. Okay, there could be just something with children in general that's a part of your light work and your light path. You may already work with children or be called to, or maybe you're like, oh, I've always wanted to. I don't know. It's just coming through very strongly. Okay. Basically, the things that you say and the knowledge that you carry, like people, your energy is it's just, people trust what you say. Okay, so like if you, let's say you shared something on your social media page or Instagram, and you were like, this is something that you should read. I highly suggest. People will trust you, and they'll listen, and they will go buy the book, and they will read it because they can just feel that you are authentic and genuine, and that their soul is going to learn or that they're going to, right? Something is pulling them to that knowledge. All right. It's everything that comes through in any reading today or whatever. It's very important because it's like a pivotal role you play here. This is also Akashic records. And also a part of what I'm getting here with the 7 main pillars is working with the 7 chakras. This could be energy worker. This could be, right, like moving energy in the body, unblocking chakras, working with the chakras, clearing the chakras, removing attachments, doing things like that. I'm getting all of that. Whoop. The Stargate heart. Okay, so this is like the heart chakra energy. Helping others, clearing energy and old trauma and blockages and different things from their heart chakra, from their chakras. But the heart is the Stargate. It's the portal. It's the gateway. So there's something with that too. Also, you've worked with Archangel Raphael a lot. Okay. The heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. You help people unlock their heart chakra, which helps activate them even more, which opens up more of their soul gifts. And they start leaning more, they start doing more work. Okay. So it's like just your part of your light work, and your gifts is also like just being an activator, where just being around you activates people in that regard. But I think you actually like literally like have like worked intentionally with that before. Because again, we don't just play one role in this lifetime, right? Our light work is extensive, I feel a lot of the people who are very old souls, your light work is very extensive because you know, so like on a soul level, you carry profound knowledge and wisdom from the cosmos and the earth. The 3 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands, bottom of the deck. Three of Wands is obviously like your ship's arriving and all that, but it's like I'm also getting like just catch the wave, like just do it. Just like Nike, just do it. Okay, so I don't know what that is in reference to, but that's what's coming through. Okay, there's also something here about looking ahead and planning for the future. Okay, I also feel this is what you've been doing, and now things are starting to arrive. Your new version of self is being incorporated here. Like your new gifts are arriving. your new gifts are on the ship arriving here, okay? And let yourself take time to yourself to integrate this stuff. Okay, that's what I've got, my love. All right, so, woo! For each person I've read for, there's like several things coming through as far as like your gifts and your soul working stuff. I was like thinking that like I'd connect to like one thing. All right. I think I'm actually going to put on my glasses for this. I need to be better about wearing my glasses. I wear them a lot when I'm, you know, not on camera, basically. They can just get heavy on my face. Like they just, you know what I mean? Okay. But they do help me, and I'm kind of getting a little bit of a headache. So anyways, okay. Woo! So that was for Veronica. Okay, so thank you, Veronica. And Jasenia. Okay, so for my lovely Jasenia. Let's see. I love that. Gorgeous soul fam. All right, here we go. Alrighty. Jasenia. Ooh, Jasenia, you got sound and music. Whoops, there you go. Sound and music. All right, so obviously this is sound healing. Song, voice activations, throat chakra, sound and healing through the tones, the vibrations, right? The frequencies. That's a part of your light work here. That's something you've done. Right here, there's a harp. And I think that's actually relevant. Maybe you've always like thought the harp is beautiful. So, but maybe you've been drawn to it, or you thought, oh my gosh, it's very beautiful. Like it's just something about it, you know, but I'm just, you know, the Tibetan sound bowl, crystal sound bowls. I'm getting like working with chimes. Okay. And again, like through the sound and tones of your voice, you can soothe and calm. Okay. It's like, that's okay. Let's see what this says real quick. So sound and music, it's number 14. In Golden Atlantis, the people loved harmonious music that kept their frequency high, provided inspiration, and opened up creativity. They built sound chambers of perfect geometric proportions for healing and to balance the chakras. This is, yeah, that's what you've done. That's what you do. That's something that carries out here if you feel called and guided to it. Like sound baths. I mean, literally, like you could, right? There's YouTube channels and other, you know, places, platforms where people do like sound healing or clearing of the chakras. They tune in and they do sound stuff and it clears. Do you know what I mean? This is a sound healing, you know, a 60-second sound healing short for the heart chakra or the third eye for clearing, activating. That's the kind of stuff that's coming through here for me to you. Okay. And second love. All right. Wow, I absolutely feel so connected to music, love. Yay! Well, see, and that's like, you know, like, and then like even just like regular music, like growing up listening to music, you know, even like dancing, that could be another form where, you know, you might like, you know what I mean? Like through movement of the body and stuff like that, like help people move energy and clear and things like that. Okay. But, you know, sound is a very, I mean, like literally like, oh, that's what's coming through too. Healing the physical. Yeah, see, they're getting, never mind. They're like hurting my cheeks right here. Because my hat, that's why. That's okay. Healing physical ailments within the body. Okay. Like that's why Atlantean, right? Like back then, like we didn't have any sickness or disease there that didn't exist because we were able to heal ourselves on a quantum level, but we also were constantly working with the energy, with sound, with nourishment. We ate right healthy, you know, foods right from the earth and all of that. So our vessel was vibrating at very high frequencies as well. But I feel that's a part of who you are, right? Like you've helped in other lifetimes heal people through sound. Like I'm seeing like, you know, like a tumor or something. Okay. And through like sound tones, through song, your voice, it like went down, like down, 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 and then disappears. Okay. That's the kind of stuff that is coming through here. Music gives me chills often. Yeah, see, it's, yeah, you're very connected to the, like some people, everyone like, you know, I don't think I've ever known anyone that's like, I don't like music, you know? But some people like and love music, right? Oh yeah, I love music. I love this. I love that, right? And then some people love music. Okay, those are like, you know, a lot of times musical artists, DJs, you know, people who play instruments and bands, like things like that, right? But you don't have to. But this is another form of that. Okay. So it says, let's see here. Appropriate music was played in the teaching temples so that children's minds would be receptive to absorbing and assimilating information. So even like how sound healing and doing sound bowls and like working with children, which is powerful work, right? Oh my God, I love this. In the halcyon times, there was no rock or heavy metal, as no one needed to express disharmony or discord. Instead, they were attuned to the infinite. So basically, like I said, all the music was very soothing and harmonizing and all that, right? Okay, so it says harmony. This is a card of harmony. Your guidance is to make sure that everything in your life is in balance and to accord. Learn or teach in a relaxed way. It is also a reminder that beautiful music and chanting can change your mood and lift your spirits. Keep everything in harmony. All right. My voice even changed there. Keep everything in harmony. Also, sound healing. It's like it's like harmonics and sound healing and stuff to the trees, to nature. To the reason why I got that message just now is because I was drawn to the bunny, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's literally like using sound healing to soothe the animal or the animals or nature. Okay, and then after Jasenia, I have Alicia. Ooh, it's your solar light upgrade. Your solar plexus chakra, inner fire and willpower. Through sound and through other forms of, you know, meditation or healing work that you've done in lifetimes, you're actually someone who helps activate like the solar plexus. I mean, everything, balancing chakras and stuff. But it's like the solar plexus is a big one because you've helped and like guided people to really stand in their power and to help activate more willpower and confidence within them. Okay, like if you were to like work with people, right? Like just by like working with you and like, you know, connecting to you and your teaching or your energy, okay, like everything that you do and embody, it helps people feel and more confident, more like I can do this. It's like you inspire that energy within others, and that's a gift, right? Like, you know, it always warms my heart so much, and it makes me emotional when I get like a comment or an email or someone like shares with me, like, you know, like I felt like my, you know, like just like they basically like their life was just in shambles. They were guided to the channel, and just through watching the videos or connecting to lives or my energy, things like that, the messages, it's like I feel like this channel saved me, or I feel like these videos, right? So it's just like we don't, but that's what it's like they're saying, like, I feel like I got my power back. I feel like your words of wisdom or what you share like helped me remember my power and like, you know, get back up on my feet or whatever it is. That's what you do too, but like in a different way. But it could also be in that way too, where you share, or, you know, but it's very strong obviously with the sound. Okay, so let's get a tarot card here. Let's just see what comes out for you from the tarot. It could absolutely associate to this, but it could also be very different. I'm smelling fresh baked biscuits, okay? Like biscuits and gravy. Like, I don't know if someone's baking bread, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something I'm just smelling from, I don't know. That's so weird when that happens, you know? The Chariot. This is a card of willpower. This is a card of divine confidence, willpower, you know, victory, forward movement, balance, balancing the light and the shadow, you know? So it's like you help people do this through, it's like you bring this harmonizing, more balanced energy to help people become in the Chariot energy. All right. And then rebirth. Yeah. What you do is highly transforming. Okay. So again, yeah, see, this is like how she said, how Jasenia said, like, oh my God, like, I freaking love music. Like, I've always been so connected to music, and right, that's typically the stuff that we are very drawn to or good at. That's our life path. That's a part of our soul gifts and stuff, and our, you know, what we're meant to do, and, you know, and all that. Okay. I want oh my God, okay, so someone did cook. Okay, you did cook biscuits. I love it. I love it. Hi, love. Welcome in. That is hilarious. I'm telling you, that's stuff, and it's usually like it's usually someone who's like in the chat or might watch the live after or whatever, but yeah. You know, but someone could also be watching this video like tomorrow morning, watching the playback, and they could be baking biscuits, and they'll be like, oh my God, you know. That's happened to me before, watching readings and stuff too. Okay, so you're very welcome, Jasenia. You're very welcome, my love. Whew. See how I keep doing that? Whew, like I have to keep like, right? Because I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but connecting to the past life energy for me is so much more draining. Number 5, Alicia. My beautiful Alicia. Okay. I don't know if you're in here today, Alicia. Let's start. We already know for you, Alicia, that you've had a lot of past life stuff come through as far as working with the ley lines and grading of the earth and crystal grids and things like that. Let's see what else comes through today. I'm being shown sacred geometrics. Connecting to sacred geometry, learning about sacred geometry. Creating your own geometric symbols to activate. Okay, that's where it's at. So it's like in past lives, that's a gift. That's something that you've acquired through your past lives. But this feels very cosmic, okay, to me. Like this feels like something that you mastered and have, you know, utilized many times. But it was something that originated from like when you were like, or you know, I don't know. You could have been, I don't know, like incarnated in, you know, the Pleiades at the time, for example. So as I'm saying that, and I think I'm being blocked from that, which does not happen very often, but like usually I can tap into that, like, oh, you were, you know, in Lyra when this happened. But the reason why I'm being like kind of blocked off from that is because they want you to connect to where are you taken to, what pops into your head when it comes to this gift that you know, acquired and created. Like where does it take you? What star system or place or whatever? Instead of Erica telling you, it's like okay, so for whatever reason, I'm not supposed to. But like I said, it was, ooh, you got clairvoyance. Number 38. Let's see what comes out here real quick before I read that one. Okay, so sacred geometry, we have, you know, sacred geometry within our cosmic DNA. That is the coding and things that, you know, that are activated. All of that, but like, it's like you created, there's actually like, you know, like now you see like spiritual people like making like little videos on Instagram or reels or whatever. They're using all this like computer technology and AI stuff. And do you know what I mean? But it's like what I'm seeing is like you tapping more into creating. This also I feel leads into actually channeling out and writing light language too. But it's like I'm seeing like sacred geometry, like something you create, but it's like I mean, you could do it with like a ruler and a pencil if you wanted to, and like, you know, create it. But it's like you use a computer system or whatever, you create the art and the geometric shapes, but they're your own creation. And they're activators. And there's things that you share with others. Okay, you might post it or just talk about or share it, you know, in some way or the next. But it's activations for people. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to say here. That's what I'm feeling it saying. Okay. You're obviously a very advanced soul, okay? Because all of the stuff that has come through for you as far as like past life gifts and like your gifts, sacred geometry, the ley lines, gridding, you know, gridding of the earth, working with the crystal technology and crystal grids and all these things. Like for me, it's that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like you hold some very advanced knowledge. So clairvoyance, okay. Oh, the little unicorn and the fairies. Okay, so connecting to those two. All the Atlanteans of the Golden Age were clairvoyant, for their third eyes were fully open. They could see the invisible realms, the angels, spirit guides, unicorns, and nature spirits, and they communicated with animals and plants. Because they could all see auras and their intuition was finely honed, they were aware of the feelings and energies of everyone around them. This awareness promoted compassion and caring. Also, because nothing could be hidden, everyone was open and truthful and honest. Isn't that amazing? Do you see what that, like how we used to live? Like no one could lie to each other, no one, right? That is one of your gifts, is clairvoyancy, but you can see like that when someone is being dishonest, both to themselves or to you. When an environment is a lie, or what's happening, you know, in a situation or some kind of dynamic at work or whatever is false and a lie, or there's deceptive energy around it, you can see it like that. Okay. So, you know, how you incorporate that in, you know, as far as this lifetime goes, you know, it'll be shown, it'll be revealed, it'll line up, but that's a part of it. It's a part of your gifts too. Psychic gifts. There are many ways of seeing with your inner vision. You may physically see pictures on your inner screen. You may sense, or you may just know. It is time to develop your third eye and trust your intuition. There's your guidance. Trust your inner vision and knowing. All right, so you can see, that's what you're going to start connecting to more. All right, like I have that gift too, where I'm seeing more and more and more with my regular human eyes, like because they've ascended too, right? Like in the sense where I can see, you know, like the other day I was doing a reading for the channel and this little like fairy flew up, but I even said it like caught me off guard and I was like, oh, hi little fairy. And it just flew away, you know, like you can see, you can pick up on that stuff. So that's another thing that you're able to connect to very easily, or will be. You could be seeing spirits, shadow figures, flashes of light, different colors of flashes of light, but it becomes more apparent. You see you can literally see, like when your vibration raises, you literally see the glitches in the matrix. You literally can see them. I've seen like a tree glitch out. I've seen like, you know, you look at a building and there's glitches in the building. It's like crazy. So it's fun business, hon. But anyways, love, that's what I've got for you. Oh, you know what? Wait. Did I get one of these? No, I didn't. That's why I'm doing it, right? No, I can't remember. I don't think I did. No, I just read your Atlantis card. Yes, and feeling shadows around you. Yeah, my gifts are very on point at the moment and getting very strong. Thank you. Great. Good. Awesome. Good. I'm glad that it connects. All right. So the I am presence, yeah, it's light body activation, and it's 333 in California. Accessing the divine within. Okay, so this is, yeah, it's just confirmation of what you just shared, my love, that it's happening. It's very real. Don't doubt your gifts. Don't doubt what you're seeing. You know, no, you're not crazy. No, you know, it's literally there. It's literally happening. You're just seeing through what we call the veil, but in all honesty, there is no veil. The veil is actually our 3D separation and the illusion of that. That's the only thing. The spiritual realm is just right here with us all the time. People just can't see it, you know? You can though, or you're going to start seeing it stronger and stronger. Some people, like, right, kids, right? Think of the children. They're, you know, they see ghosts, they see, right, apparitions, and adults don't believe them, you know? And that's the kind of stuff that closes our gifts down and shuts our gifts down, you know, because we're conditioned to, like, second guess ourselves and be like, oh, monsters aren't real. Ghosts aren't real. No, there's not something hiding behind your dresser in the corner, you know? So you're very welcome, my love. You're very welcome. Okay. I need to get you a tarot card. That's what I forgot. All right. And then I have CJ, number 6. CJ's next. And then after CJ, number 7 is Sanwana. All right. For Alicia, what message do we have from the tarot today for Alicia? It can connect with this message that we just did or not. Page of Swords, a time of learning. A time of, each one of these light bulbs is like a new gift and activation that's connecting to you, and it's helping you. It's like one big electric, like, circuit, right? It's like boom, 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 and it's connected to you, and it activates your, you know, your light body, right? More and more and more. That is housed within your physical body. So, you know, you start physically being drawn to knowledge, books, you know, different things, channels. You might be YouTubing stuff, you know, YouTube, right? Like, tell me more about the ley lines, or tell me more about this or that, you know. People have videos on it. It's all that. All right. So it's like you are being guided to the knowledge and people and teachers and whatever, everything you need. It's okay. This also is a lot of spiritual communication. You could actually have, like, spirit communicating to you more and more and more, like light bulbs flickering in and out, or bursting, like just going out, candle flames flickering or going crazy, like spirits communicating you. Okay, like this also goes beyond clairvoyance. It's like mediumship as well. Okay, and when that turns on, the spiritual realm, they really, they can come through a lot where, you know, it's kind of like, okay, back off, guys. Like, I need a break. I need some time just to myself, you know? So don't be shy when it comes to that kind of stuff too. If you just feel like, okay, this is like a little too much, speak your truth. All right. So CJ. Okay. So let's see what we got for CJ. I'm like just clearing and soothing my energy a little bit, because I'm telling you, these messages are like intense. CJ. My friend CJ. Hope you're doing well, CJ. Where are my comments not moving? There we go. All right. Okay, you're here. Okay. Hi, lovely. All right, what do we got for CJ today? Okay, so let's see here. We got the card of balance. So I'll read this to you right now, but balance, just helping others balance their energy. Okay? Like, what I'm kind of seeing is like an example that is kind of being shown to me is probably literal, actually. But it's like, you know, you're working with, you know, like high priestess initiates or high priest initiates or whatever, right? Let's just say that, okay? Like, it would be like a teacher role, right? And they've got all these gifts and they've got all this, right, like energy, and right, and you're like guiding them to like work with that. So you actually really help people learn how to integrate and balance, and to work with their feminine energy and their masculine energy, and how to, right, incorporate them together in a healthy way, etc., right? I'm also getting a trusted advisor. So I feel like, again, like you like, it's like someone who's like an advisor to, like, royalty, or very prominent, like wealthy family or person or whatever, right? But this would be in past lives. So it's like you helped them, you helped maintain balance for them by your wisdom and gifts, like what you can connect to and see. Many psychics and mediums and high priestesses, things like that, right? Like we have had lifetimes where we were like that, an advisor. We played like a pivotal role in like every decision that someone very prominent would make. It's like that. Okay, so balance. In the golden days of Atlantis, people never gave without receiving or received without giving. This meant that no karma accrued and the balance sheets of life were kept clear. Everything was fair, so the citizens enjoyed a sense of justice and well-being. In the Halcyon days, the healer priests were able to keep the inhabitants in optimum health and vitality simply by aligning people's chakras. There it is too. You're another one to work with the energy of the chakras and the power, those power centers, and what that entails and what that means. So I feel like it's like learning about your chakras, the, our energy centers, kundalini, things like that, how to harness that energy, how to clear it, how to balance it, how to, right, stay aligned in it. And it's like through your own like experience of relearning that in this lifetime, okay, you are going to take that and you're going to once again open back up to it and share it and help others create that balance within. Your guidance is to find equilibrium in every area of your life. Make sure that you give and receive equally, and keep your work and play in balance. To keep your chakras in balance, breathe deep into any part of your body that feels tense or low energy. Balance every area of your life. So that's just like a separate like message to this. Okay, relaxation, meditation is also what I'm getting here. So again, having a way to help people feel relaxed, to bring forth that kind of healing. Like it would be like, working one-on-one with people, maybe becoming like tapping into Reiki or Reiki master, or, things like that. Showing people, like let's say you have a client and let's say you do Reiki, all right? The client, you get done with the session, or before the session, maybe both, you would sit down and you would guide them in a meditation, but you would be in the meditation with them, right? You would guide them through breath work. You help soothe and calm and heal and all these things. That's what this is here. Yeah, exactly. The halls of a mentee. This is like halls of learning, higher education, being a guide or a teacher. It's also about you, like what you're relearning and learning that you've known many times before. Secrets being revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. There it is. Yeah, initiations. You had to come into more balance with yourself before you could like outwardly be opened up to like helping others balance, right? So whether this is something you already feel called to, or maybe you feel called to a year from now, you're just like, you know what, I really feel like I'm being guided to Reiki or this or that or whatever it is. It could also just be your intuitive healing. Like I just remember and I just know what to do. That's what happened with me. People will ask me like, oh, how did you learn how to do these workshops? Or, like for the quantum healing and things like that. And I'm like, no. And, or my Akashic record readings, like people, cause there's people that like get certified for that, or they, have to learn, or they work with someone, and that's totally fine. It's just their gifts are opening up in a different way. But for me, it just came very natural. I just was called to it. I just knew I could do it, and I just knew what I needed to do, and I do it. So same thing for you. so that's like that for most of you guys probably, actually, like in a lot of ways. You know, you might need to get, you know, called to get certified for Reiki, but in all honesty, like if that's something that's in your soul memory, soul gifts, like working with energy, like it can open up for you where you just remember things. Okay, let's get a tarot card for you. Ooh, I just saw the Lovers. That kind of flipped for a second. Queen of Pentacles. All right, love it. 10 of Pentacles. All right. There is a great wealth, okay, of all the things, material wealth, all right, that is saying that is meant to align for you here. Okay, but this is like about for me. All right, there's Queen of Pentacles. There you are. Okay, so again, she speaks of like a very grounded energy, very connected to earth, very grounded, very stable, very, she brings forth a very soothing energy as well, you know, with that beautiful groundedness of the earth energy. And again, I just feel like that's more, right? But it's for me saying like stuff that you're going to be called to do or guided to do. It's like if you take the leap, or if you just learn more about it, or you allow yourself to open up to it, it will bring you great stability and wealth in your life. Okay. But also like helping others reconnect to nature, or you know, I don't know, an example would be like someone who's like a yoga teacher, right? And instead of like teaching in a yoga studio, they go outdoors and nice days or whatever. Okay, I don't know, I'm just getting it. All right. I also think too, it's like about connecting with nature and receiving a lot of guidance in regards to a lot of this stuff from nature right now for you. Hearing what the wind is telling you, or the trees are telling you, or, you know, a dog barking in the background is telling you. Okay. But that is what I have for you, my love. Okay. So, and the more balanced that you become in your own inner masculine, feminine, and all that, the more you're going to be in a place of stability where you can help others create that balance as well within them. Okay. So. All right. So that was for you, my beautiful CJ. And number 7 is San Juana. And then after San Juana is Andrea, and then Alex, and then Jessica. And I think that's it for today. And I actually probably would just end the list here because I have a lot of recordings. I have a lot of recording that I need to do. But it's like already almost 4 o'clock here in California. And by the time I get done with the live, it'll probably be right like 4:30-ish. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So yes. Okay. This does resonate. Thank you so much. Good, love. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. So again, like I said, for everybody, you know, this, when I read for you, always, okay, like this kind of stuff, especially, it is meant to bring forth more of an activation for you, an opening for you to take what's coming through and go, okay, I'm going to connect with this more. Okay. And then dive deeper into it after the fact. Right. And talking to your guides and spirit, right. And like, you know, this resonated with me. I know this is a part of my soul gifts and my soul path. I'm ready to open up more to it. Right. So yeah. So keep that in mind for everybody. Okay. Jessica can go before me. Okay. I'll switch you guys. All right. So Jessica will be number 9 and Alex number 10. I know Alex likes being last. Okay. Alrighty. So for San Juana, the beautiful San Juana. I hope I'm saying your name right as well. Okay. So I'm getting very strongly like a lot of like shamanism, but it's more like a medicine woman, like a witch, where literally what I'm seeing is like you being able to speak to directly to demonic forces, demons, entities, where like I'm seeing like innocent people like laid out, like it's almost like a hut, okay, where there's a circle in the roof, okay, and that's how the light gets in from the sun, okay, and then there's like, right, it's like a round hut, it almost looks like a yurt, okay, but it's like made of like more like you know, straw, you know, things like that, okay. But it's like someone like laid out on your table, and these are like innocent souls who have been taken over by demonic forces or entities that are not of the highest and greatest good, and they're literally draining people. Yes, you are, and I love how you say it. I just thought that to myself. Okay, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right, but you know, I don't want to be, you know, jacking it all up. Okay, so good. Anyways, it's a very powerful healer, all right, but it's someone who, and this is kind of where like the shamanic energy comes in, where you're able to connect and like dive into like that, you know, I don't know, whatever you would call it, like a realm or whatever, but you literally, it's like you know, almost like an exorcism, you know, where you could see and locate and and speak directly to certain energies that had overtaken a child, an innocent soul, you know, because that's, you know, or they go after people in, you know, lower vibrational states, a drunk, or, you know, things like that, where it's very easy to, you know, attach and take and just consume, because the energy, it's, they love that when we're you know, in low states of being. It's like they like to kick you when you're down, right? So that's just what I'm getting in that regard, okay? So just, I mean, like, I never know what's like gonna show up or come through, but yeah, it's like what I'm getting. But it's like you weren't just, that's just was something that people, it's like people came from, you know, because it was something that, like, you know, you had like 100% you know, success rate like that, right? Like everyone knew. But here's another thing is like, that's also like having this gift, like, because you can see, you've been able to see that within people, like, not just that kind of stuff, but like dark attachments, entity attachments, energy vampires that are like siphoning people's energy. Like, you were always able to see that kind of stuff, I think, very easily, right? So in many lifetimes, it made it very difficult, and probably in this lifetime too, even though you may not be fully aware of like that you pick up on that stuff, but like you can feel when something's really off with someone, or someone's harnessing a very dark energy, or someone's just not good, or, you know, like, you know, an example would be like being, you know, younger, you're at a party with your friends, and right, someone's there that you just get a bad vibe from, and you're just like, you guys, we should go. That kind of stuff, you know, which you don't even realize that's a part of your gifts. Okay, so it's just being, yeah, highly intuitive and to be able to pick up on stuff, but it's also something that you literally like have like worked with many times. Okay. And I will say, I don't know like what lineage, like what about your lineages and stuff, but I will say that these energies, okay, that you've like basically like exercised, or like, right, you, right, kick them to the curb, basically saving people's souls in a sense. They're terrified of you. Like, you hold a very big power, and they're terrified of you. Let's just clarify that real quick, and then I'll pull one of the Atlantis cards. But we didn't have that kind of energy in Atlantis, so, you know, we'll see what else comes out here for you. But the Hermit, and the Hierophant. Wow, two very powerful spiritual cards. Okay. So, you know, these are both cards of like being a powerful, like very connected to the soul, a powerful guru, teacher, guide. But the Hermit, you know, she's in the darkness right there, but she's surrounded by the light. All right. That's what I mean. Like, you're a powerful soul light. Okay. But like, you helped bring light. You helped like bring light back to like darkness. Okay. Like in that sense where, people that were like stuck in a dark place because they were under like some kind of possession or something, you were able to light up that darkness. Okay. I know it sounds crazy, but this kind of stuff is very real. Very real. Okay. And then, you know, I'm also getting like just very strong medicinal, like I said, medicine woman. High priest, there it is. Like you have high priest right here and then high priest right here. Okay, so you could have learned this from a high priest. It's like, I think you come from a line of very powerful high priests and high priestesses. And I'm getting chills up my right leg. So this could be something that you tapped into in a lifetime where maybe you were a man and you were a high priest. Okay. I don't know. And then nature. Yeah, you worked with nature spirits, nature, like you had the element, like it's like nature had your back, the elements have your back, right? It's like, you know, you know, it wasn't anything dark or whatever, but like you could see the darkness in that regard. Okay, so it says the high priest is number 6. Look at how powerful. Okay. So, you know, you can tap into this too, you know, ask spirit to give you signs and more and to lead you more to about this past life, in these gifts. Okay. Like you might go on Instagram later, an example, and you might see something about like, you know, I don't know, you know, something about like an entity attachment and someone posts something about it, you know, and it'll be like, oh, it'll just speak to you in those regards. Okay. At any given time, there were 6 high priests and 6 high priestesses of Atlantis, highly evolved cosmic beings who took instructions directly from the Intergalactic Council. So here's another thing, is it's like you're very connected to the Galactic Federation of Light, okay? I would say probably, right, with this, like an old soul, okay? So again, tapping into more, just saying I'm ready to open up to more of my gifts as well. But it's like being a highly evolved cosmic being, and that's probably, again, like one of the reasons why you were able to connect to this other stuff. Each was in charge of one of the 12 regions. They were noble leaders who worked selflessly for the greatest good of the people. They presided over important ceremonies and poured pure, high-frequency light down onto the populace to maintain the light of Atlantis. So this card speaks of leadership. Leadership right here. Spiritual leadership. You know? If you pick this card, it suggests that you take command of your life and demonstrate who you truly are. You are called upon to exercise your leadership qualities, to act with integrity, to clear wise decisions, and to empower others for the highest good of all. This is a time for strong and selfless service. Lead with strength and wisdom. Okay, and then the nature card. This speaks of, so in Atlantis, in Golden Atlantis, honored every aspect of the natural world, understanding that everyone and everything is part of source. Humans, animals, nature worked together, and there was no fear between the species. Plants reciprocated with bountiful harvest. Animals gave their produce freely and lovingly. Recognizing the divine uniqueness of all life forms, the people never tried to alter or interfere with the genetic blueprint of life. This card reminds you to recognize and honor your uniqueness and that of everyone else. Consciously contribute to the well-being of the natural world and notice how people, animals, and plants respond to you. Your guidance is to check that your thoughts, words, and deeds are harmless and well-intentioned. Then your rewards will be bountiful beyond your expectations. It is time to harvest your abundance. So a message of harvest. Very simply put. All right, let's get one of these and just see. Comes through here from the gateway activation. Yeah, there's a lot of like high, there's a lot of shamanic energy that you connect to, because I'm getting soul retrieval. All right, like that's something that you've mastered as well, as working with soul retrieval, obtaining, and okay, it's like going to the underworld, right, and helping people in this kind. But you would help others retrieve lost parts of their souls, the fragmented parts of their souls. Basically helping them retrieve them, call them back, right? And helping their soul become like that whole again, in a sense. You know, our soul gets fragmented in lifetimes through trauma, pain, grief, loss, you know, all the things, right? Okay. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. Okay, so this speaks of like Lemurian seed crystals, which, you know, like that's like, besides like, I love selenite, but like Lemurian clear quartz crystals are my absolute favorite. I connect with them very deeply. Okay, so they have these, Lemurians have these special like bard codes. Okay, like they're, I can't think of, oh my God, what they're called right now. Anyways, so you may be guided to work with Lemurian crystals or connect more to the Lemurian energy. All right. I think that you have some Lemurian guides around you. So anyways, just one last little message there. And, you know, maybe crystal healing as well. You might be guided to connect or work with the crystals too. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting like almost like I'm also getting like with the Hierophant for you, like a wise counselor. So I feel that like you're someone who's like always given very high levels of advice. You've always been able to bring balance and solution to issues, problems, things like that throughout lifetimes, with like working with others, things like that. So it's just, I don't know, but it's a good leadership quality to have, and it's something that's coming through, I feel, in this lifetime too. So, but you'll know. All right. So that is what I have for you, love. Okay, next is Andrea. All right. And then Jessica, and then Alex, and then we are done. And then I'm going to go eat because I am hungry. All right. My accent is cool. Well, thank you, because I don't think I have an accent. Well, of course, people who have accents to other people don't ever think they have an accent. But thank you very much. Yes, California. Yes, California. You're very welcome, love. You're very welcome. So, you know, again, I would just ask your guides for more confirmation about this. Help me learn more about my past lives, what came through here, and then also, you know, help me, you know, guide me to my spiritual, you know, my gifts and my light work and things I'm meant to do. But that's, you know, something that, like I said, it may not be something that you connect to on this very moment, because I'm connecting to your soul and your energy and your past selves too. So it's like your past selves coming through and going, this is who we've been, this is what we're doing, right? And that's what I'm being shown. So it can resonate, not at all right now, but maybe 6 months from now, you have an activation come through, and all of a sudden you're like maybe having dreams about it or remembering it, and like, right? It's stuff like that. So, all right. So hi, Andrea. You're very welcome, my love. Okay. So let's go ahead and connect to the energy. I'm just gonna go ahead and just clear. All right. So, like, just kind of straight off the, like, for me, I was, like, what I'm seeing is, you know, Egypt, I'm seeing, like, you know, the pyramids, all of that, okay? I am seeing the pyramids as gold. So when the pyramids were golden pyramids, this was, like, the time of Isis and all of that. So this is, you know, going back quite a ways. But, like, what I'm getting here is, like a high level initiate, okay, but like, and that's why you're here. That's why you're here, because you house a lot of this temple wisdom, and from other lifetimes too, where maybe it wasn't the Egyptian temples of Isis or whatever, right? But it was like similar teaching, similar, you know, kind of stuff. But it's like that's what you've been working with, okay? But I'm also getting like a high level oracular priestess. I'm also getting Hathor. Ascended Master Goddess Hathor. She's a goddess. we'll say goddess. So Hathor is coming through, and she is actually a very powerful goddess to, you know, who's connected to the Sirius star nation, but also she's a cosmic being, right? But she could kind of like go back and forth, like, you know, like she could ascend to the star system and descend back to Earth. Like she was like that, like a shapeshifter type energy, if you will, right? But anyways, you might be familiar with her, but if not, you know, she's kind of calling on you because she, exactly, creative expression. She helps the divine feminine like really step into their creative expression through voice, sound, dance, playfulness. Like that is her thing, is like music, sound, dance, moving the body. Like it's like more of like that kind, right? So she's showing up. So I think that you connect with, I think it's just a part of like all of the stuff that's coming through for your past lives. So let's see what comes through here. I'm also getting drumming, working with drumming. There's something there with that, okay? Like working with the drumming, rattles, clearing, like it's like being in ceremony and working with the client, or having, I'm seeing like people like sitting around, you know, around kind of like on pillows, and it's like you're going around to like each person, and you're shaking like with the rattles, you're dissolving all lower vibrations, attachments, anything, energy vampires, anything that doesn't belong. It's like that, okay? So I'm seeing that, and then I'm also seeing like you using like sage smoke, but you're like, you know, doing like the sage, but you're like using like eagle feathers or hawk feathers, things like that, to connect, and you're like clearing people like this, like wiping away all of the, okay, which is a very, you know, it could be a very like, it's like shamanic, but it's also, you know, a lot of different cultures and things, right? But there's power within the birds that fly with the sun, and, you know, all of that. I'm also getting Native American energy, so I feel like this is like cross past lives that I'm picking up on here with, you know, I'm just getting a lot. So either way, it's the same message of like working with the sound, working with the rattles, the drumming, frequencies, tones, sound bowls, whatever you want to say. And then also like through that, working to clear people's energy, like, you know what I mean? Like, and to bless them, and to, you know what I mean? Do all that. Okay. Whoop. All right. Okay. Oh, so connections with Hathor and Sirius have resonated. Yeah, that's a big reason why. Let's see what comes through in Atlanta. So, you know, and I'm sure, right, when that stuff happens, when it resonates like that with us, it's because there's something there with that we connect to on a deep level. So work with Hathor. She's definitely calling to you and to help you step more into that power, and then helping you connect to that and then help others. Like, you know, you could be holding, like, online conferences or Zooms, in the not too far future, where there's, men and women, but like, I think you're especially meant to work with women. I think I don't know, it's just coming through very strongly. Like, you help activate the voice of the divine feminine again. You know what I mean? You help people find their voice. Recording crystals, and then the great crystal. Okay, so there's something with that. Okay, so let's see what this says here. Shamanic drumming birds have been a big thing for me since my awakening, and as I wrote that, a waft of incense smoke made its way across the room. Wow. Okay, yeah, see, there you go. Yep, beautiful. I love it. Okay, so recording crystals, card number 39. All right. Like, Lemurian seed crystals are like record keepers. So they recorded a lot of the Lemurian knowledge and wisdoms and all the things. And that's why the Lemurians left these crystals seeded, okay? Because we were meant to work with them and utilize them. So let's see. In the golden times of Atlantis, information, education, or spiritual teachings were telepathically recorded into special quartz recording crystals. Exactly. This knowledge was then downloaded into smaller crystals, which were teleported, in other words, made to dematerialize and then rematerialize where they were needed. People made themselves receptive, then accessed the information by holding the crystal to their third eye. In this way, a spiritual internet, as well as an education network, was formed. Okay, so that basically is like honing in on psychic ability and telepathy, and like using the crystals to the third eye, like I said, like as like a spiritual internet. So that could be something, here in this lifetime, where like you help tap back into that. You know what I mean? You maybe are coaching or showing or teaching others, guiding others and yourself, because you're gonna have to learn it and remember it and hone in on it yourself first. But it's about, very strong because basically, right, like in the new earth, a lot of stuff won't, be here anymore. Anything that creates duality and things like that, right? So there might be a point in time where there's no internet, there's no phones, there's no, right? So it's about us honing back into our true natural gifts. And I think you play a big role in that with yourself and others, how to telepathically communicate, and using that kind of stuff from the crystals too. Okay. So this is, if you draw this card, you are guided to open your mind to the new. Unexpected information may be revealed, which will help you to comprehend the jigsaw of your life. If a recording crystal comes to you, relax and put it to your third eye so that you can absorb the sacred wisdom that it holds. Open your mind to new information. Okay, so my left shoulder has chills, but it's the only place super weird and different. Oh my gosh. Well, and then our left side is our feminine side. So that could just be, for some reason it came through in that way. But definitely confirmation, I think, with the chills. So with that message too, like it says, if a recording crystal comes to you, I think that there is a profound, like there is a special crystal that's going to be shown to you or presented to you that you're going to be urged to. It could be someone gifts it to you possibly, but it's more like it's making its way to you. So you might see it and you might just be very drawn. You're like, I have to have that crystal. I have to have that crystal. I'm buying that crystal, So keep that in mind too, because it'll come to you with a lot of knowledge and wisdom to help bring to you. Stuff that you will then share. Thoth light codes. Okay, so we have more. He's that Atlantean high priest king. Ancient energy. Okay, Thoth light codes, light initiations. So, strong ties to Atlantis and Egypt for sure, of course. I'm also getting unicorns, so I feel like you really connect with the unicorns. Unicorns are also very powerful, you know, interdimensional, right? Spirit animals. So working with the unicorns as well. Maybe you always loved them from a young age. I mean, a lot of little girls did and stuff, right? But you know what I mean. There's a great teacher awakening, divine magic. You are a great teacher reawakening to your divine magic, and this is just Thoth coming through and confirming that. You may want to work with Thoth as well as Hathor. Very powerful divine masculine energy here, High Priest King, right? Okay, these kind of energies come through to you when you're ready. So clearly you're ready for something because you are a great teacher awakening. Oh, so you've been drawn to, okay, so Thoth has been calling you too. Yep. So there's a confirmation or a little sign, okay? No big deal. Like in divine timing, don't feel rushed or anything. He's just here for you and going, hey, you know, you're a great teacher and you are awakening to that, and I am a great teacher and I just want to help you, right, with this light initiation and everything, right? And then Hathor is like coming through, divine feminine goddess, like connecting you to Syrian energy, to the ancient Egyptian energy. I mean, she came thousands and thousands and thousands of years before Isis and any of that. So she's ancient, right? So, all right. Okay, so let's get a tarot card here and see what comes through from the tarot. I love that. Yes, crystals. Yeah, I mean they're consciousness, right? So they carry their own little consciousness, and yeah, you might connect with a crystal and it gives you chills, confirmation. You might, right? Okay, Eight of Pentacles. What you focus on is growing rapidly right now. So focus, make sure you're really sending out positive love seeds to your work, to your creations, to your future timelines. And this is all about work, right? Focus, determination. It's also about her, you know, look at, she has candles and plants and herbs and you know, her feathers, her teachings, or her, you know, all the things, right? Her journals. So it's about, again, for me, connecting to that more too. I even getting like carving out more time to connect to your spiritual side and connect to spiritual work. Okay, and that's gonna be for every light worker at this point, but some people are like just there, they're ready. So if the call is there, it's like, okay, it's time to like really, you know, dive into that more. And have fun. Knight of Wands, have fun. All right, go dancing, do something that lights you up, that fuels your passions. All right, see, Queen of Wands, following that. Okay. She's my witchy queen. I love her for that, with her black cat, and you know. So, and I feel that too. I feel that you've had some past lives where you've been accused of being a witch or some kind of practitioner, and yeah, that's another time, another day, but I'm getting that very strongly too. Okay, so anyways, and I think that's why I'm getting so strongly, like I feel like you're specifically, a lot of your light work is to work specifically with women, not exclusively, but I'm just saying like some part of it, because I think that there's a lot of women that you will help that like have really deep wounds and trauma from their persecutions and from, you know what I mean? It's like helping them step back into their truth and their power. I have all those things. I've been wanting to dedicate more time. Some free time is coming up, so I need to prioritize the right things. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. As ascended masters on earth at this time, I mean, you think of like these high level initiates and how much, I mean, some ascended masters, they meditated not just for 30 minutes or an hour, they meditated for days at a time without interruption to connect fully to their consciousness in that way, and just, right? Like, I'm not saying go do that, but I'm just saying like this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be called more and more and more to. As the matrix falls, there's going to be more whatever time, if you will, okay, where we are just going to naturally, it's just going to, you know what I mean, evolve in that way. So, but yeah, the soft spoken and the underdogs, exactly, yeah. So, but that is what I've got for you, my love, okay? So, I love it. There's a lot of just like, I mean, you gotta think of light workers who are here, starseeds, right? Like we are, it's like I always say, like the that's what they call them, chosen ones, but I believe like everyone who is, you know, on earth at this time, pretty much, like, you know, we're all meant to be here for one reason or the next, but there's just, it's like the light workers that are on earth at this time are like, they're like the baddest of the bad. Like they are like badass souls. Like they've been through, they're so knowledgeable. So many of them are so ancient. Like they've been here for a long time and they came to really do this. You know what I mean? So, and now we're just being guided to really do this, you know, which we've already been, but now it's like really like Year of the Dragon. Year of the Dragon is about authenticity and power and truth and all these things, you know, revelations. And okay, so it's just time. You're very welcome, love. You're very welcome. And welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. All right. So, okay, so that was for Andrea. Okay, so Jessica and then Alex. All right. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. It's kind. All right. So, oh, awesome. You also connect to the dragons. I love it. I love it. You're very welcome. Okay. So I know, okay, so Jessica was in here earlier, but maybe she's not in here anymore. But sometimes it takes the comments. There's like a lag time. But I'm craving Chinese food, you guys. I'm like really craving Chinese food. I'm like, I don't know what, I'm getting a hankering. I don't know if I just like, was kind of like started smelling it and I'm like, I don't know, some kung pao chicken, orange chicken, and some chow mein sounds really good. All right, here we go for Jessica. Let's get a Golden Atlantis card. Birth crystals. Ooh, look at the baby with the crystal hovering. That baby is using its intention and energy to harness that crystal in place right there. Okay, so birth crystals, card number 16, okay? It says, when babies were born in the golden age, crystals from their home planet materialized beside them. Wow, that's cool. Because all humans go through the veil of amnesia on incarnation, people were unable to remember their stellar origins. However, when they held their birth crystals, they made an unconscious connection with home and felt a sense of peace and comfort that helped them during their time on Earth. So the message here speaks of your roots. If you draw this card, you are guided to strengthen your connection with home, which may mean meditating on your stellar origins. Alternatively, it may suggest that you explore your background and ancestral heritage. You may even need to put down more roots to enhance your feeling of belonging, which you can do by meeting new people, deepening friendships, or developing interests locally. Deepen your roots to create a solid foundation. Okay, so I think that this is pretty like, okay, first of all, again, I feel like you're one of the special light workers that have a connection, special bond with the children. Especially starseed children, okay? I'm also getting indigo, so I feel like you are I feel like you are an indigo starseed, but don't, you know, don't, it's just what I'm receiving and what I'm getting, okay? For you. If it resonates, wonderful. If it doesn't feel right, don't take that, but it's that's what's coming through for you. You are a strong natural earth leader, natural born leader. It's like you've always been like that. You're also very fair and just, which is another part of your gifts here, where you're going to help like guide and navigate, okay? But you do it in a very fair and just way. It's a very strong leadership energy, like I said. So going back to the babies and the, what do they call them? The birth crystals. So that's really cool. So could be something that like you've worked with before and all that, right? But what I'm getting here is, I know it sounds like so funny, but like, it's like that exactly. Okay. So like you might be in a place where part of your gifts is like starting to connect, like maybe it's like a birth doula, or you connect with birth doulas and you start like a spiritual client business or something where what you're doing is, let's say there's a birth doula, that could be even be a spiritual gift of yours. It's something you feel called to do, or you will be called to do. But it's like, okay, a baby's being born, the baby is born, and then you're called to come and you intuitively and psychically, telepathically, you tune in to crystals and the soul spirit of the baby. So you would bring a crystal to the baby and you would program it, you would do all the things, right? And that crystal would be like a little activator and all the things, okay? But it's all like divinely led and guided. It's very telepathic, very psychic, and very intuitive, okay? Like, oh, do you know what I mean? It's like I'm connecting to the spirit of this baby and I'm being very drawn to amethyst. So I'm going to pick an amethyst crystal and that will be the birth crystal for this baby. This is the kind of stuff that might seem far-fetched or weird to current modern day Earth at this point in time. But I know for a lot of starseeds, it's not, obviously, right? But this is the kind of stuff that the new Earth will be about and do. Like, are, you know, like, do you know what I mean? Babies aren't, you know, in the new Earth, like babies more than likely will start, right? Home births will be more relevant. More and more and more birth doulas, as opposed to going to the hospital and doing it like that, right? There's going to be more of like a holistic approach, and the way children come into the world and are raised, it's also going to be very much connected cosmically to our cosmic origins, but also right to like, you know, our authentic truth and all the things as well. So we're going to be raising them in a different, completely different capacity. This is a part of that. Starting them off with a birth crystal. I love that. Okay. But also I think just for you, like, again, I don't know if this is going to resonate for you. I actually, crystals have come up a few times today for people, which is relevant because crystals are a huge part of, you know, the earth and what they hold and their healing properties and all the stuff. So light workers are called to them. But I'm actually seeing you more like having like a crystal shop or like an online business for like connecting crystals to people. But it's like you do it differently. You don't just do it like everyone out there. Like it's different the way that you do things, okay? Okay, I'm also seeing crystal balls. Okay, so I feel like that's a big part of this too, like scrying, divination, tapping more into your visions, your gifts, right? Things like that. I'm literally seeing like a crystal ball. So take all of this, right? How it connects, but I feel like that's another part of like being able to tap in, connect, receive information, channeled messages, downloads through, you know, not just like, you know, cards or, but like through maybe fire or like, I'm just seeing crystal ball. I'm seeing a huge crystal ball. Okay. It's beautiful. It's just clear. Okay. But that's what I'm seeing. Also things that you've worked with in past lives, being able to prophesize and being able to predict and being able to, you know, warn people of things or connect to things like that. Okay. Interesting. I've been baby crazy since I was 2, and I thought about being a doula after my second child. Very cool. There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it. So that's confirmation. Okay. So clearly in past lives and in Atlantis, you work with these special children. Okay. Like, well, it was everyone who was like enlightened back then, but I'm talking about like now, like you're going to be, I don't know. It could be something that you revisit. Yeah. If it's something, we're going to be seeing a lot of that too. where things that we like had a calling to do at a younger age or at some point in our life, but we didn't actually go down that path. We took a different one. It's like a full circle moment for, in some ways, not everything, but this is very common. So that's why I'm bringing it up, where people will circle back and they'll remember, oh my God, yeah, I remember I wanted to do that. Or something like this will take place and you're like, oh my God, that's actually something I used to think of. It's a full circle moment where it's actually something that you were actually called to do, or that's a part of your past. So it may come back around to where now you can, you know, jump on it. And I'm not saying like, you know, go do that, but it's definitely confirmation on a big level, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get one of these for you, love. I see, like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, that's like everything is just so spot on as far as that goes. Like, you know, even birthing your own special little star children, you know. Motherhood and parenthood is a huge part of light work, okay, as a starseed and a light worker. Big role, very big role for our little tiny new earth leaders that will rise after us, you know. We're just setting the stage. We're getting it all set up so they can just hit the ground running. Your Akashic Stargate. Okay. I feel like this is, first of all, a part of your gifts too. Like, I feel like you can connect very easily to the Akashic records of other people, okay? Of course, the Akashic records is a library of souls, right? Of every soul that's ever, right? Like, as far as that goes, right? So you have to think there's a lot there, right? So it's very heavily protected. And with working with the Akashic records, you know, we always have to get permission from the Akashic gatekeepers. We always have to make sure that, you know, it's okay that we enter. We have to ask and all these things. We can't just, right? But you're someone, I feel, who's helped others connect. And it's just something where you've very much like what I'm doing right now, okay? Like, you've just been able to help people because you can see who they've been, their soul, you know, past lives, things like that, okay? So it just feels like maybe in this lifetime that's something else that comes through where you just naturally kind of tap into it and you're able to help people. It brings healing. It's always healing when we learn more about who we are, right? Like, I like Akashic readings, I think, are the coolest. Like, they're so rad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're my favorite readings to do with clients. That's why. Because it's always a healing session for people and an activation session for people, because we're tuning in one-on-one and they're getting a full download of what their soul's kind of been through and where they've been, where they've lived, what they look like, what, you know, things like that, right? So it's very healing in that way. So anyways, it's a gift, and I think it's something that you will connect to, and you could be actually connecting to your own Akash and like having dreams about your past lives or past selves or things like that, okay? So, but the Akashic Stargate card says aligned with your purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. So there's different gateways, portals, pathways opening up that open up doors, okay, that align you more to your soul path. Or that's like, it's like here, it's happening, okay? Things are around the corner. But it's not just like one pathway. You have, you know, different ones. But it's about alignment. And they're saying like you're right on track to this, okay? And whatever you feel guided to do or choose to do, or you feel called to first or whatever, it's like there's no wrong path. It's all good. Like, okay, you know? I think two people get, like, for me, I felt like that. Like, I felt a little spiritually overwhelmed at one point, like, you know, a few years ago, like before I started my channel and all these things, because I was like, all these gifts were coming through. I was being pulled to like want to learn and tap into Atlantis and ancient Egypt and work with ascended masters and do this and do this and do this. And then at one point I was like, this is too much, you know, like no. So I had to like really connect and be like, okay, where do I go first? What am I doing? Like, just show me. Okay. And then it just started, you know, so some of you guys might feel that way. And, that could be, you know, something that connects with you too, Jessica. So that's part of your message, right? Let's get a tarot card for you. Let's see what wants to come through. I'm kind of getting too, like, okay, because like the High Priestess card is staring at me here. And I do get that, like High Priestess for sure. Past lives, absolutely. But I just feel this like mother archetype with you. Like I know you mentioned children and you, right? But it was like from the birth crystal, the baby, like everything. I was just like, there's a strong connection. But it's like you have carried this motherly energy through many lifetimes, not just to actual like children and motherhood, but like to the people, your friends, your family. Like you literally, like you have this energy of like, you know, making people feel loved and nurtured, and you're compassionate, and there's this safety energy that you bring and all that. Okay. So again, that is something special, and it's a gift too. So it's just something that's been with you, and you're meant to bring that energy to others in this lifetime too. Like that's, you know what I mean? As a part of your soul path. All right, let's get one more. All right, 3 of Cups. There you go. Okay, so coming together with more of your soul family. All right. What I'm also getting is to call on your cosmic family too. It's like your cosmic family, I think, is really wanting to come through. You could already be doing this, but I'm just getting that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you connect with like the Pleiades or I don't know. It just my star family. I just, you know, there's something about that with the stars connecting to them. It's like they're, you know, they could be sending you signs, shooting stars. You could see a spacecraft fly by, like literally. They're communicating with you. So, you know, ask them to help open you up, activate you more, whatever it is, okay? But this is about you coming together with people that you will collaborate with, work with, meet, you know, other friendships, teachers, you know, people that, you know, you meet one person and they introduce you to another person, and then that opens a doorway for you on some level. Like, it's like that. This also speaks of celebration, right? Soulmates coming together, all of that, okay? So, but that is what I've got for you, okay? And I send love and I thank you, Jessica. All right. I'm dropping cards over here. Alrighty. And so last but not least, the only person in between me and my chow mein right now, no, I'm just kidding, is Alex. Drum roll. Just kidding. Drum roll, please. Alex, the moderator. Yep. Okay. Whew. Okay. So what I'm immediately seeing is it's like I'm seeing you in like past life, okay, here, where you're like in it's like it's almost it's very Harry Potterish to me, where I'm kind of seeing like longer cloaked clothing, kind of like a cape type thing too. Okay, but do you know what I mean? Like kind of just like that vibe. But what I'm literally seeing is like, okay, like you're actually working with other like high priests or men. But I'm seeing like a line of men, and you're like standing in front of them as a teacher, and you are helping them to, you know, connect to their power. And I'm literally seeing like you showing them, and it's like electricity flying out of your hands, like bzz, bzz, but it's like white light, like it's like lightning bolts like shooting from your palms. Okay, so I don't know where this, I mean, it could be Atlantis. I don't know where this is. I'm not getting anything like that. This could even be you know, in a star system. I don't know. But it's you showing people, like showing these other men or whatever who are like high priests, initiates or whatever, like you're showing them like how to do this, how to harness energy, how to work with their power, and how to like use it to, you know, in, you know, spiritual W fair, you know what I mean? Or to blast things, you know, away or open, To I feel like too, like some of these like what you do is like open. It's like you go right, but like a portal opens. I know this sounds so funny, but it's real. Let's clarify this really quickly. Let's see. So, I mean, in this lifetime, you may not be like, you know, there's something where like you just, it's obviously a leadership teacher role, you know, but you are meant to, on some level, help people reconnect to that, you know, to their power, to the fact that they, you know, are this powerful cosmic being. And, you know, maybe not literally having people like shoot light from their hands, but if we ascend enough and we reconnect enough, yeah, why not? You know? I'm also getting Thoth, okay? Like, I feel like you have a very deep connection to Thoth, okay? So you may want to... I kind of wish I could do that. Well, you have. That's what I mean. It's, you know, a lot of the times the stuff like, whoop, like, you know, being light workers or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of us, we are very much, we've always been drawn to the mystical world. You know, we've been drawn to Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and, right, movies about that, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, growing up, it was like, you know, our age group, it was the Never Ending Story and Atreyu and, right, like all these things, Star Wars, Star Trek, like, right, sci-fi, like magic, right, wizards, like, the first time I saw the Harry Potter movie where, it's the one where Voldemort first comes back, right? And at the very end of the movie, I forget which one it is. The very end of the movie is literally a wizard fight between Dumbledore and Voldemort, and they're blasting light from their hands. Yeah, it's number 4. You're right. Is that the Half-Blood Prince? No, I can't remember. No, anyways, but they're blasting light from their hands, and Voldemort, or you know, you see Dumbledore, and he gets like all the water from the fountain just using his intention and his energy. He pulls all the water out of the fountain, and then he's harnessing the water like this as he's shaping it, and then he throws it, right, and it's like this tidal wave. It knocks Voldemort down, and that shit is real. That is literally the stuff that we can do. That's 5, yeah. So I'm like, now I want to, maybe I'll watch Harry Potter tonight. All right. I saw Emily too made a comment about, but this is real. Like, we can, like, okay, there's like, you know, I mean, there's different things that we can do, right? Like, you see people like making videos now where they use their energy to like move stuff and objects. That's real. Like, you know, telekinesis, teleportation, or whatever, like all these things. This is the kind of stuff that you've, you know, embodied and harnessed. And that's why on a soul level, like, you've always been so drawn to it. Like, so much so that it feels like, you know, as a child, like, you could have like gone into those realms, or there's, you know, you're watching these movies and stuff. It's like, you're there, you're part of it, you know. It's like not until you're an adult that everything starts going, oh, it's just make believe, it's just sci-fi, it's just this. No, it's because we are cosmic beings, and we literally have lived, you know, like, you know, take like Lyra, the Lyrans, and like going way back to like, you know, when Lyra fell and like the Draconians came in. I mean, that shit is literally Star Wars. You know, the Draconians, where they were coming from, they had no, their planet was like barren. They were like, you know, low on food. There was all this, and then they started like ravishing, like, you know, through the universe or whatever. Literally like going and like stealing the food, and, you know, imprisoning people, like other star beings, and like, you know, all, like, it's literally real. So that's why, so I know I'm like going off, but like literally, like, Alex, like, this is the stuff that you do embody. Okay, like, I think that you're someone that is very connected to the Galactic Council of Light. I think that you have some kind of a, you know, you're known, you're like cosmic royalty, you know what I mean? Yeah, so anyways, so in this lifetime, it's like something that maybe you are not tuning into quite yet, but it's something, I'm getting chills, and it's 444 in California. I'm getting chills at my right leg, and it's 444. See, confirmation. The right side is the masculine side. I'm speaking to a divine masculine. So it's about like the things that you're going to take action on and the way that you're going to be a leader. Okay? Maybe someday when you're like a bajillionaire, you know what I mean? People will listen. They'll be like, oh, you know, we know who he is. Like, yeah, we're going to, you know what I mean? If he says we're, you know, we can blast light from our hands, we can blast light from our hands. But it's just things that you're going to step into more. Exactly. You do work in tech. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you know, a lot of people who are very drawn to technology and, right, Arcturian energy coming through with that. Like, there's just so much that's like behind all of this that like we don't even truly realize. And that's what's coming through. That's what I mean. So let's get a card for you really quickly. You know, working in tech, like the motherboard, like motherboards, you know what I mean? Like the mothership, motherboard, right? Board, like control systems, like all the things. Like we have, a lot of us like worked in spacecrafts and lived on, you know, certain spacecrafts or traveled in them in different dimensions and lifetimes, right? So it might seem like you got the birth crystals too, but that doesn't feel right to me because I'm talking. It's just, yeah. All right, so let's get a card for Alex. Like I basically just channeled the whole thing to you. But yeah, but that scene with Dumbledore and Voldemort, like the first time I saw that, I had chills all through my body. Like it made me emotional because it was such a soul resonance with the power that I know that I harness, that we all harness. And it just felt so real. Like if I just focused enough, I could do that too. And that's the truth. That's actually true. All right, for Alex. All right, so you got the silence. Oh, holy fucking... Okay, look at this. Look at what he's doing. The card here on the top is mind control. Look what he's literally doing with his arms. He's harnessing the energy. That's literally what I just said and what I just showed. I even did this with my arms, like with the water and all that. There's your confirmation. Okay. I'm going to read this one. Okay, so it's number 37. Isn't that your age? Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you're, I don't know. Or no, I think you're younger than me. From early childhood, the Atlanteans practiced mind control. They were able to focus their thoughts into a stream of energy to move objects, light up or program crystals, and ultimately manifest their will. In the Halcyon days, they only ever used this power for the highest good of all. The highly trained magi, and that's what I said, I was having a vision of you being a high priest, like high initiate, and you were showing other divine masculine initiates how to harness the energy and blast lightning energy, light from their hands. This is confirmation of that. The highly trained magi's, which are like high level magicians, right? They were expected to control all of their bodily functions, including temperature, sugar levels, and metabolism. They also mastered their energy fields so that they could levitate, bilocate, and render themselves invisible. Hello. Okay, so this speaks of concentration. Your guidance is to watch your thoughts carefully today, for an undisciplined mind can be influenced by others and create chaos. A positively focused mind is a tool for powerful leadership. There you go. Again with the leadership. Concentrate this power for the benefit of everyone and for your own self-healing. Concentrate the power of your mind for the good. Okay. I mean, this is like blowing my mind with that right there. Okay. And Alex, I swear to God, like, I feel like the past few, like, or I don't know, probably this has come up several times though, about meditation and being in stillness and silence. I don't know what, because you know what? This is how you tapped into these forces within your past lives. But this has come up like several times in messages for you. And this card, look what he's doing. He's sitting at the beach in absolute stillness, in meditation. connecting to the angels or whatever, right? The spiritual realm. Okay, so it says, receiving this card indicates that you are called on to spend some time in contemplation or meditation. If possible, go somewhere in nature where you can be still and peaceful. Remember that you can more readily access your inner wisdom where it is silent. Be still and access your inner wisdom. Okay. So it keeps coming up for a reason, love, and it's something that comes up for me too a lot, and that's why I've been trying to like connect with it more, and I am doing a lot better. Now that the weather is getting nicer with spring, and you're in California too, so, well, you live in SoCal, so you guys get nice weather all the time, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's a different vibe with spring equinox here, so like I'm feeling more motivated to like get out. I'm feeling more energized to like connect. But there's something about having a racy mind, right? And it's going to help us tune all that down. It's going to help us connect more to our higher selves and our right? Like, I mean, to this stuff right here, because we can't do this stuff right here if we don't do this stuff right here. Because we're so, you know what I mean? Like, just, so when we really tune in and become like unified in that way, it just opens up so much more. Like, literally, if we can master more of our meditative states of consciousness and things, we could astral project, we could, like it says, levitate, bilocate. Like, there's all these things that we could do, right? And it says the first thing here with the silence, it says, it is only in the silence that we can truly connect with the awesomeness of all that is. The people of Golden Atlantis, who were all enlightened beings, knew this. They led quiet, relaxed, contemplative lives, constantly attuned to the highest. They spoke little as they communicated telepathically. So there was very little vocal voice speaking in Atlantis. In those days, there were none of the noisy, vibrating cars, planes, or machinery that we experience now. So the very earth was still and silent, and nature supported their divine communication. So again, just connecting you. And then look right after the mind control and the silence card, because the silence card is what flew out, but this was on the top, and I was like, oh my God. But then you have this right here, confirming even more. Being a high priest. See, the high priest. There you are. In another lifetime. Okay? So, anyways, that was a pretty extensive message. Let's go ahead and just see what the tarot wants to say. And then, yeah, exactly. So by doing this, that's what helps us calm our mind, Alex. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I've gotten a lot better, you know, but, you know, just over this last year, like I got like a little lazier with my spiritual practices, even though, you know, because I used to get up every day and I'd go out and I'd put out my yoga mat and like, and I go out in the morning and connect and I go on my walks and stuff, but not like, I mean, I'm not connecting like I used to. And I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference in myself. Where I was so much more calm and like, you know, but now I'm being guided back to it. So, strength card. All right. Okay, so you're being, and what I'm getting is like see, then you have the victory, reward, and recognition, and the yes. It's like you're being infused with divine strength at this time, whether you realize it or not. And this is also a guidance to ask spirit to anything that you just feel you need extra strength in. We don't got to do all this by ourselves. It's okay to ask for help and support. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, so whatever it is, it's like, just ask them to, you know, the divine to come in and lift you up, bring in strength, whatever it is, right? Could be strength in meditating more, you know, like that. Help me be stronger in my, you know, my meditation practices. Help me, you know, infuse me with divine strength to, you know, be more focused and, you know, whatever it is. Good. I'm glad that you loved it. And try to connect when I'm in the water. Yeah, and that's an amazing thing too. Yeah, and yeah, I can totally see that. When I, like where I was living before I moved into my house, it was a public, it's a public community pool, but it's like no one would go to it. And it was more so like in the mornings I would go, during the summer, and I would do, like, I would just connect with the water. I would swim. but it was usually like elderly people, you know, doing their laps or something, but you had to like pay for like a certain time slot. So there was only ever like maybe 3 or 4 people in the pool max, and it was like a huge Olympic pool. But I did the same thing for me. Stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. Okay, so there's a big, and I think that's why they're like, let's calm our mind too, because you're in this huge manifestation vortex. We're in the eclipse portal and all that. So again, it's just very strong, like things starting to happen in these new timelines that we're in as well. It's more of like an instant manifesting. So we can instantly manifest more drama, chaos, hardships into our life, or we can manifest the blessings, the loving energy, the balanced stuff, the harmony, that kind of thing. So whatever it is, it's just coming through in that way. Okay. Help me have strength to release my you know, my thoughts or my busy mind, you know, give me strength to calm my mind. That's all the kind of stuff that I say. So I'm just like, whatever I need, I just, at this point, like my connection with me and my guides is just so organic that I'm just like, I need help with this. Like, I can't do this, or I need you guys right now, or this, that, or the next, you know. I talk to them like, you know, like I would, you know, like my closest confidant or whatever. But anyways, but that is what I have for you. Okay, hun? So I'm glad that it connected, and, you know, now every time you watch that scene or other parts of Harry Potter, you could, I can do that too. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. So, all right. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right. So anyways, loves, I send love to everybody, and I thank you guys, and I hope everyone who is here. We still have 80 people in here. That's really good, especially, you know, a lot of people, which I understand, you know, when we start doing like the personal live mini readings, you know, a lot of people will fall off, you know, but they're interesting to watch, and a lot of people can resonate with them, you know, even if it's not your reading, it can absolutely have messages or resonance for you. So anyways, so I send love to everybody. I thank you. And, you know, I know we've been on here for a while. I hope that, you know, you connected with the, you know, messages also from the collective reading. If you didn't see the collective reading, I do suggest going back and at least watching that. But yeah, so, and everyone who got readings today, I thank you. I love you guys. I'm glad that you're, you know, that it connects with you. Definitely some powerful energy with you guys, like just who you are, and like, it almost feels like for me, like the older the soul that I'm connecting to, the more draining the energy for me, because there's so much there. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to someone who's like not as old of a soul or newer souls. And I'm not, you know, but I do, like, I always, like, I attract old souls, ancient energies, because I'm ancient, I'm old, like that, right? So I send love, Alex, and I send love, Emily. Thank you, my wonderful moderators. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I appreciate you guys so much for helping out, and I appreciate everyone in here. And yeah, there may or may not be more videos coming up today on the channel. I may have to wait till tomorrow. I might just do Chinese food and call it a night. It's 5 o'clock already in Cali, so, but we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, and you know, Alex, I was wondering, that's what I was saying earlier about I think I got confused the other day when you said that the other, like, there was some readers that you came across that like they indirectly were like mentioning me or something. I was curious of who they are. I'm like, I want to go check out these channels, because if they're vibrating, if they're connecting with me, then I'm sure I'll connect with them, you know. But yeah, so I'll look out for your email. And with the Easter weekend, I took like a few days off. I didn't post on the channel for 2 days, but until yesterday. But I just took a few days off, pretty much from, like, you know, just email and client stuff, and, you know, so I'm like getting through and getting back to everyone too. So I feel very, very blessed. There's a lot of, and again, this is like the new shift in the energy. And as I'm saying, I can see it in my own life, but like, there's just this influx. You guys can see the channel numbers are growing. It's like last week we were at like 33,000 something. This week we're at 36,000, you know? there's so many more beautiful energies being drawn to my channel. So I know that I've leveled up in that way. And now I'm ready to help on a different level. And there's new collective energies being drawn to the channel that, right? So I just see it all unfolding. You know, I'm receiving a lot more emails, like people inquiring about working with me, or just, you know, inquiring about certain things. Like, it's just, I see the difference. I see the flow. So I know that if I'm seeing it, you guys, if you aren't already, you will start seeing it very soon. You know, there's just no way it can't if you've been doing your work and you're aligned and you're putting out the love and into yourself and outwardly, and it has to happen. It is the law of attraction, right? So oh, hi Lauren, I didn't see you, love. I know you never miss them, huh? But that's okay. That's okay. Next time. Aw. She's like, I don't need one. I know I'm gifted. I know I'm gifted. No, I'm just kidding. So hello, Frank. Hello, Libra, new. Oh, well, welcome in. I'm also a Libra. I'm a Libra sun. Yeah, Emily, I know it. Like, it's starting. It's going, you know. And I'm like, there it is, you know. It was sitting for a few months. There wasn't very much traction or movement, and it was when I was going through my dark night of this, like I said, from like November, December, January, February. It was just like, but especially like January and February, and then like December, it was just like, oh my God, kill me already. That's like how I felt, you know. But then again, I just knew what it was. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's always darkest before the dawn. And that is like one of the most true statements and factual things of all time. Nature shows us all. So, oh, that's okay, Lauren. Oh, I would have, you know, I'm like, I'm tired now, but I would have added you, my love. If you had commented or you wanted to, I would have totally done that. You know, I would. But we'll do it. We'll do it next time. And, yeah. So anyways, I'm like, I need to go eat. I'm just like babbling at this point, but, let's see, what time did we get on today? It was like a little after 1, and it's 5. So we've been on for 4 hours. That's about the usual. All right. So, all right, honeys. Well, I'm going to get going. I thank you guys for all of your love and support. After I end the live, I will add all of the stuff in the description box of like how to, you know, book a reading and all the things if you are interested, even though it's on other videos on the channel and stuff. But anyways, all right. Until next time, my loves, I send love. I thank you. Have a beautiful day. Keep your cool in this Mercury retrograde. Don't let other people like get crazy on you. All right. Because there's the hot triggering energy with this Mercury retrograde during Aries season. Okay. So people, I've been saying it, right? They can be a little like, whoa, where'd that come from? Okay, calm down. It's like that, right? All right. So even for myself, I felt myself like over the last few days feeling like shorter tempered and more irritable than I'm not someone who gets irritable. I'm not someone who gets angry. I'm not someone who gets mean. It's not even in my like DNA. So when I do get irritable or like, you know, kind of just, even short with myself, you know, like just irritated, like I do something, I'm just like, oh fuck, you know? But I'm like, okay, that's that. I'm not going to let it, it's not taking me down. So anyways, all right, I'll let you guys go. Have a good day. Thank you again. Bye, love.